Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all make sure you go sub up to my man Heavy Bag Boxing, man.
Get your dumb ass in, hit this bag.
The Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all just go ahead and subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV because he be lit on his channel.
And Heavy Bag Boxing.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Yo, shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV. That's my little bro.
Prince Strength 412 in the building. Shout out to my guy T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Get your bitch ass in here and hit this bag.
Heavy Bag Boxing, all right? You heard it from me. You heard it here first.
Heavy Bags Boxing. Straight out of Norfolk, baby. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
You are tuned in to Heavy Bag Boxing. Get your and hit this bag, you.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blazer Flair. Woo!
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super Judas, 6-time champion world. I'm giving a big shout out to my home team, Heavy Bag TV. You heard? Keep it live.
This is Showtime Sean Porter. You are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.
You too.
Now that's diabolical.
What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV, man. God damn it, man. Get your big goof ass in here and hit the bag. If you catch me for the first time, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Make sure the bell's black. So when I drop, man, you come hang out with your boy. Damn, it feels good to be back home. Interesting weekend out there in Las Vegas. Got a chance to catch the boy Chuck Ortiz fight, man. It was what a hell of a fight, man. You guys know just as well as I do if you got to watch that fight. A lot of controversy behind that fight, man, but it was great to be there in person and also attend part of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame event, man. That was super dope. Real quick, I gotta take the time to shout out my guy RC, who is one of our boxing insiders out there in Vegas, man. The brother rolled out the red carpet for me, and super dope time out there with RC, man. So just want to take the time to say thank you, RC. My wife is raving about the hospitality you showed us out there in Vegas, man. So thank you again. All right, listen. Definitely want to touch on a lot of things. Of course, you see in the title, Brian Norman Jr. I'm going to see if I can't get Senior up here on the live with us. I just texted him. Hopefully he isn't that busy and he can come hang out with us for a little bit. Of course, you know, Brian Norman Jr. just got elevated to the real. And listen, I always want to congratulate these fighters, even if it's secondary belts, right? Because a lot of us, include myself, a lot of the times I don't take a lot of stock in the secondary belts. But you got to always keep in the back of your mind, these guys have worked their entire lives. Most of them started off so early. You're talking about 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. So to become that first world champion with a secondary title, to get that kind of, notoriety, and that label, that status as a world champion, it means so much to him. And I'm simply proud of Brian Norman Jr. and what he's been able to accomplish. And now the full champ, oh shit, finna get crazy at 47. So we're gonna touch on that. Definitely gonna touch on some other things. Shout out to my down unders, my Aussies that's gonna be in here. I already see DJ in the chat. What up? DJ in the chat, I appreciate you, man. More than welcome to join me. The usual suspects. But Brian Norman Jr., tough fight against Santion. His father told us several times, listen, we're going to beat him at his game and ours. I thought if you watched that fight, he most definitely did, was able to get the spectacular KO in the 10th round. Took a lot of left hands in that particular fight, but nonetheless, in the 8th, when he hurt Santion, it was a wrap. It became pure dominance. And I urge you, my good people, DJ, my Aussie family, paying attention to Brian Norman Jr. If you can, go back and watch that Giovanni Santillan fight. I think you will be pleasantly surprised if you haven't seen that fight already. Now, the mix-up at 47. Now, according to Boots, Jerron Boots Ennis, I believe he's garnering all the attention at 47 now that Bud Spence is gone. Pretty much everybody who were the superstars of 47 have packed their bags and left. Hold on, guys. I need a little bit of water. Leaving behind Jerron Boots Ennis and what many of us believes to be hold on, that's Brian Norman Sr. right there. Okay, I'm telling them I'm on now. Hopefully, Senior, we can get Senior. We might be able to get Brian Norman Jr. and Senior, but we may just get Senior. We'll see. But leaving behind, what most of us believe is a depleted, to say the least, 147, right? And now you have the emergence. Hold on, guys. This is Brian Norman Sr. right here. What's going on, champ?
My bad, bro. How long you gonna be on?
I'm gonna be on, man, for the next couple hours, probably.
All right, perfect. Give me like 45 minutes then, because I got to get my kids something to eat and get home, get settled. 45 minutes, I got you.
All right, champ. That sounds good, man.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
All right, yeah.
That was Brian Norman Sr. And he said he'd give him about 45 minutes. He'll be able to come and sit down and talk with us, man, and elaborate a little bit more on what his son is going to be doing next. Now, shout out again, our Vegas insider who told me, and listen, dude's normally right, that more than likely it's looking like that offer for Teofimo Lopez for Heisman weekend, I believe it's December the 14th, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can fact check me. That offer from Teofimo Lopez should be coming. It should be a relatively easy fight to make. Both top rank. Teo wants to go to 47. He wants to try and establish himself there to potentially set up a Bud Crawford fight. That's been heavy on his brain. Even at 140, I still, because he beat the lineal champion and Josh Taylor, it's hard to argue with him to stick around. I just think it's so much talent at 40 for Teofimo Lopez to continue to thrive there, maybe do some unifications. But if he wants to move up to 47, I ain't mad at you. And the relationship, that WBO relationship that he has, the same, I believe, Bud Crawford has, that plays a part, right? So shoot, it may go down like that. Now, let me see. My phone is blowing up. Oh, shit. Let me get him over here. My guy, Rebel Life. So listen, that's the word around the water cooler, and I think that's a great fight for Brian Norman Jr. Now, I definitely wanted to talk to Senior because I do believe they got an offer for somebody else, and that would be for November, right? I'm not so sure who it is or if he can even let that cat out of the bag. But if you wanted to wait for Teofimo Lopez in December, it would probably be a way bigger fight for Brian Norman Jr. Now, of course, he just became the full champion. And a lot of the times when you first get that position, you might take what people will call a soft touch. But according to Brian Norman Jr., in a recent interview I seen him in, I don't know if it was Mill City or the Nesta Gibb joint, but he wants to smoke. He really wants to smoke, man. And I truly believe that this kid is talented enough to give anybody at 47 a run for their money. And Teofimo Lopez, if he in fact decides to move up to 47 and challenge him using his status as the WBO champ. Real quick, let me get to the chat. Make sure you hit the chat, man. I promise you, if you interact, I'll get to the chat and holler at you. Shout out Yolanda, what up, baby? DJ in the chat, he said, shout out RC, but you can't call yourself a casual anymore. Facts. Till get through your intro and I'll come up for a yarn. No doubt. All right, DJ, I'm here, man. Whenever you want to jump on. I love the Teofimo Lopez fight for Brian Norman Jr. That's a big fight. That's a big name. I think at this point in his career, now at 23, just a young tender 23, securing that WBO full championship now that Bud has vacated. You want to fill your resume up with names if the opportunities are there. So I think, Team Norman would be crazy to potentially pass up an offer like that for somebody less recognizable, especially with the confidence that he has. And I truly believe he's a chameleon in there. He's versatile in there. He'll be the bigger fighter versus a Teofimo Lopez, and I think he got the skills to pay the bills. Let me bring my guy DJ on real quick. DJ, what up, baby? What you know, no good. Warm. Welcome to one of my usual suspects, DJ from Down Under. What's up, big dog?
How are you, Tio? Have you recovered from Vegas?
I slightly. Slightly. I actually forced myself to cut my grass today. I came back from Vegas. My lawn was looking crazy, so tried to do some yard work, man. But a few days in Vegas, 4 to be exact. Shit, man. You forget about time and everything else.
How was the live event? And could you hear those punches landing from where you were sitting?
Oh yeah, man. Unfortunately, the camera didn't do it justice from where I was sitting. I had a great ring walk entrance view and a great view of the ring. And you can hear everything. You can hear a lot of the chatter, and you can definitely hear those punches, man, from Ortiz and Boychuk. I think Ortiz had a little bit more mustard on a lot of those shots, but you can hear Boychuk's as well. So yeah, man, they was throwing leather.
And what do you think about the result? Fair result from what you saw?
Looking at that fight live, bro, I'm in agreement with a lot of people who felt that Ortiz lost that fight. I can't sit here and say that I was taking score, but from the looks of it, I just felt like Boychuk did enough to retain the belt. All right. I didn't think Ortiz did enough to take it. And then you had the knockdowns, of course. And it just seemed like it was a very, very close fight. But yeah, I thought Boychuk did enough to retain the belt for sure. And I asked you the same thing, DJ. If you watched the fight, did you think Boychuk did enough?
Listen, on the night I wasn't actually paying attention to, I guess, from a points perspective, I was actually just enjoying the fight. They came out round 1 and both of them showed their intentions. They're going to get straight into it. So from a entertainment and fan point of view, I really enjoyed that fight. I've since watched it back 2 days ago. And from my uneducated eyes, it would have been a really difficult fight to judge because they were both of them were touching each other regularly every round.
Yeah.
So, does it then come down to clean punches? Does it come down to power punches? Does it come down to combinations? Does it come down to who's controlling the fight. So when you look at how often they both got touched each round, I mean, you could flip a coin. But to your point, I think the difference should always be, in most instances, that it should always err on the side of the current champion, because you need to go out and decisively beat the champion. It's always
Absolutely.
been that way, to take the belt. You can't just compete. You can't have a draw. In some respects, you can't just sort of just win by a round. You've really got to go in there and actually take it off them. So
Absolutely.
I'd be
And it's
happy to
hard
see
when
a
it's such a
rematch.
close fight. And it was such a close fight in so many rounds, some definitive rounds for both, I believe, but such a close fight. But you get dropped twice, even though I believe one of them didn't count. But if you go back, he got dropped. So it was just, it was close. But again, like you said, you got to definitively beat that champion. He just didn't do so. Hold on real quick, DJ. Let me holler at my girl, Jessica. What up, little Jessica? I appreciate you checking in. Mike Saunders, stick around. I'm glad you're here because I definitely wanted to get to that question that you had in the comment section. I did not forget, brother. Also, smash the like button. If you're hanging around, we're going to try and get, Brian Norman Sr. will be joining us in about 45 minutes. He's handling some business, and then he'll be joining the show. I appreciate everybody for coming around. Blaze, what up, man? Good to see you. It's been a minute. All right, DJ, you had a thought?
I'm not sure where we were both agreeing that you've got to go in and actually just take that belt from the champ as a general rule.
Yeah.
And look, couple of things in those knockdowns. So my math says that 2 knockdowns should equate to 4 rounds mathematically. So you've got to win 4 rounds to overcome 2 knockdowns.
Yeah. Mathematically speaking.
Yeah. So that would mean that, even an 8-4 result in favour of Virgil should have been could have been a draw. But look, nobody wants a draw, I don't think. I mean, if it's fair, it's fair. If you can't split it, so be it. Unfortunately, there won't be a single fight in history where someone somewhere doesn't claim a robbery or something like that. It's just part and parcel of the game, though, isn't it? What's interesting to me is I'd like to hear your opinion on what was happening in the crowd and what you were thinking live when they stopped the fight. Because after round 2, after Virgil got his first slip or knockdown, there's clear footage of the ref going over to the judges and saying, look, knockdown, no knockdown, do you need to review it? Okay, it's not a knockdown, you don't need to review it. And then they stopped the fight a couple of rounds later to reverse that decision.
Right.
What was happening in the crowd there? Like, that was crazy.
Well, because the crowd was so loud, you couldn't hear him have that conversation with the ref. So we could only go off the gestures of the referee and where we could kind of put it together that it was reversed. And of course, the crowd, it was a pro Ortiz crowd, completely pro Ortiz crowd. They cheered for every time he landed something. Chuck got all of the boos. It was quiet when he landed something. So completely biased crowd. But from my point of view, in that moment when they overturned that, it was boos. It was a pro Ortiz crowd, man, at the end of the day. Yeah.
So I guess my question isn't really about second guessing them overturning the decision. It was the length of time they took to communicate that, and that round being stopped for that amount of time while those communications were happening. Because if you were to take that stoppage or that momentary stoppage out of it, and then the second one for the tape in rounds 10 or 11, I can't remember, where Virgil had to get the tape fixed on his glove, Both those boys were quite fatigued in rounds 11 and 12. So,
Yeah.
You're giving them extra rest time when you
Exactly.
factor in that fatigue is actually part of the challenge of the contest. So, look, either way, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you,
I mean, fight of the year candidate, for sure.
wow, you're going straight there. Fight of the year candidate.
Yeah, man. That was
Is that biased because you were there?
nah, I even watching it back, because you can't see all of the angles. Of course, when you're there, you're stuck with your one angle. And I went back and watched the fight, and I just thought it was a great fight, man. And this guy Boachuk really, flew under the radar for a lot of people. We were able to see what he did versus a Mendoza who had knocked out a Fundora, and of course took it to the wire with Tim Tszyu, even though I thought Tim Tszyu handled Mendoza very, very, I ain't gonna say easily, but it was a decisive fight. So for Boachuk to blow Mendoza out of the water, you knew he was tough. And the way he fought, somebody who's 21-0, 21 knockouts coming into this fight, he went tooth and nail with a Virgil Ortiz, taking him to the the 12th for the very first time in his career. And it was rock'em sock'em back and forth, man. Like, it wasn't like, nobody watched the other. This was a really back and forth fight for the most part. And it was so close. I just thought the knockdowns would at least gotten Boachuk over the hump. Right. So it was just that close of a fight to me. And a really, really good one as well. Right. Or you didn't believe it was that good of a fight?
No, I've already said to you multiple times in the last couple of minutes, I loved the fight.
Oh, okay.
What I would say is that Virgil hurt Boachuk a couple of times and didn't put his foot on the pedal and really go after the finish. There was a couple of times there you could see that Boachuk was a little bit dazed, a little bit hurt. His legs were a little bit wobbly, so a bit unusual there, but maybe it was just part of the game plan. But look, I'd be happy with a rematch, honestly. There's been a couple of fights this year that even Crawford Madrimov, you could argue that you wouldn't mind seeing that again. There's been a few fights over the last few months that you'd be happy for him to run it back because it was so close. I mean, what was it? The 3rd of August there. How many draws were on that card? At least 2.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Damn. I mean, damn good fight, man. And I agree with the Turk, man. He says, he would rather see a rematch there and then try and set something up with Crawford. So I think Boachuk deserves a rematch, man. At the end of the day, just like I felt Tim Tszyu deserved a rematch versus Fundora, I definitely feel Boachuk, especially being the champion or the interim champion, deserved that rematch, man, for sure. Punch in the chat. What up, Rebel Life? What up? Come holler at your boy. Salute 9 in the chat. What up? Let me ask you this, DJ. Brian Norman Jr., I know he's not completely on your radar, but you've heard of the kid, right?
Yeah, of course. So,
and go ahead, Dean. What you said something?
I've seen some traffic there where a few people have come out and expressed their distaste of people getting email champed or elevated without fighting for it and those sorts of things. Now, in a perfect world, yes, it'd be great if 1 and 2 actually fought for that right to be elevated. But you've got to remember too that it's not always the number 1 ranked or the mandatory. If they don't get the opportunity to challenge for that belt, see, Brian Norman Jr. didn't get an opportunity to fight Bud for that belt, and could have been in a stalemate for 6-12 months in that position. Now, I'm not aware that these people in these scenarios, because it happened to Tim Tszyu too when Charlo wouldn't fight him and he went and fought Canel. But it's not really the fighter's fault. They've just found themselves in that position without given the opportunity to really fight for the belt, and they've been elevated without asking. the sanctioning bodies have elevated them without them sending a letter or can I please have. So it's almost like an automated, righto, top one moves out, the next one moves up sort of transaction. So I don't think it's fair that you put all the hate on the fighter for finding themselves in that position, particularly if they've earned that #1 ranking or that mandatory in fighting everyone beforehand. So I don't like the idea that people start throwing shade on people that, or boxers that find themselves in that position.
Agreed.
We could argue about the rankings and whether they count or not all day. There's some strange things that happen, but for
let's just call it what it is. There's some crooked shit that's happening in the rankings.
Well, it's convenient.
Yeah.
You know, they make the rules to suit themselves when it's convenient. Now, I actually, as a fighter, I don't mind Theo. And I've said here on a couple of times on either yours or Slick's channel or whoever it is and said, look, for Theo, just do what you're good at, and that's fighting. You know, stop the conspiracy theories and going after sanctioning bodies and this, that, and whatever else. It just doesn't. You might feel that way, but you're really not going to change the world by doing it. Now, even though he's WO champ at 140, when we talk about the rankings and Brian Norman's situation, does Theo really deserve an opportunity for an automatic title fight at 147? Because you know, in this scenario, because he's not super champ. This is the difference. See, super champ, you can go to the sanctioning body and say, look, I want to go up a weight division and get a shot at the title. But just being a title holder doesn't give you those same rights.
Why isn't Tio a WBO super champ? He beat the lineal champion. He beat Josh Taylor. He's the WBO super champ. So I think, and I like that, the fact that, you know, he can, in my opinion, I like the fact that, because, you know, a lot of the times those are the fights that the fans want to see. If Teofimo Lopez does decide to go to 47 and challenge the WBO champ and activate that super champ status, you know, I'm for it. That's a fight that, you know, raises the eyebrows, and, you know, a lot of fight fans want to see. And for somebody like a Brian Norman Jr., it's and shout out Brian Norman Jr., but you get right away, you get somebody that's going to test you, whether it'll come in the form of a test to see whether you are a real champion, if you actually do deserve to be in that spot, right? Because a lot of people are going to call him a paper champion right now, unfortunately. Which I just addressed straight up and just said, look, you know, don't get caught in the politics and start blaming the wrong person for being in the wrong spot at the right time, so to speak, when people get elevated. But I guess for me, it's not really about Brian, and it's not normally about Theo. I guess me personally, I'm starting to lose a little bit of patience with the public and fighters wanting to jump divisions all the time when there's competitive unifications and challenges within their own division. So let me ask you, you saying you don't like them moving up and down and kind of daring to be great? Yeah, you would rather them handle business in their own division first? So if you've proved beyond doubt that you are the king of your division, not the king of your sanctioning bodies, the king of your division, right? You've wiped out everyone like a Bud did at 147, those sorts of things. If you've got no other challenges or nothing to prove at that division, then yeah, go challenge yourself. But don't do a little bit in one division and then go looking to jump just for a payday. Now, I understand that these boys grow. Let me finish, Theo. You'll wait your turn even on your channel. Okay, DJ, go ahead. You got it, big dog. So
you know, when we talk about Bud jumping up to 168, and we're talking about all these other people jumping divisions for, I think in some instances, more of a fantasy fight. My preference is to watch people clean out their division before they jump up to another division, unless it's a weight issue. They're outgrowing that weight division. That's all.
Okay. Now, so you got to understand, because even with Bud Crawford, he didn't wipe out 47. You know, it was Spence that collected those belts, but Bud ultimately became the lineal champion. With Teofimo Lopez, he didn't go through the division, but he is the lineal champion. That means you beat the man, right? And a lot of the times you'll see fighters who beat the man or are the lineal champion decide to jump those weight classes, right? If they don't feel certain competition is necessary in that weight division. Now I definitely understand what you're saying, because 140 stacked, right? For Teofimo Lopez, you got a lot of guys out there. I think he was eyeballing Pitbull. Now that Pitbull lost, that fight probably doesn't make much sense. Still got a Devin Haney out there, a Matias, you know, but a lot of the times for somebody like the lineal champion, you kind of don't want to fight certain guys coming off of losses. It's just so much to you know, kind of navigate through. And for Teofimo Lopez, he's been talking about, you know, chasing greatness. This is somebody who's a 2-time lineal champion, whether you like the guy or not. Listen, I'm not the biggest Teofimo Lopez fan, but what he's been able to accomplish over the last several years, I want to say 4 or 5 years, has been amazing. And if he wants to take a crack at another lineal champion, which is what it seems like he wants to do in a Bud Crawford, and he feels the best way to get to that fight is to go up another weight class and challenge the champion there. I like it. You know, I like when guys dare to be great. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
yeah,
don't get it twisted. I'm not throwing shade on anything that Tio's accomplished. That's not what I'm saying here. Now, think about the perception. Yes, okay, the WO supports, in this particular example, the WO supports Tio going up and fighting Brian Norman. Okay, it's a fight I'll watch, no question, right? I like watching Tio fight. Who's he going to be that night? That's the real question for me with Tio. But in the event that Brian Norman gives Tio a bit of a lesson, the first thing, the credibility for Brian is a little bit lost. Yes, Tio's a big name, but everyone's going to come out and say, well, Tio was too light for that division. So it's got to work for both people to give him credibility. It can't just give Tio credibility. It's got to give Brian Norman credibility as well, particularly when he actually hasn't fought for the title yet.
Oh, it gives Brian Norman Jr. all the credibility in the world. Again, this is somebody who's relatively unknown. This is somebody who, even though he is a full champion right now, doesn't have a huge fan base. You know what I'm saying? He needs a name like Teofimo Lopez on that resume, right? This is a huge fight. This would be the biggest fight. And even though Teofimo Lopez is coming up from 47 or coming up from 40, it would still be the biggest challenge of his career to beat the likes of a 2-time lineal champion. So it's, make no mistake about it, you know, huge opportunity for Brian Norman Jr. And that's why I'm hearing that he was offered a fight for November, and they're kind of waiting on Teofimo Lopez. Because trust me, if they can secure the Teofimo Lopez fight for Heisman weekend, oh, that's the fight Brian Norman Jr. is taking, because it gives him the payday, it gives him the notoriety and the credibility to say, I've beaten a 2-time lineal champion. All right, we got Slick 50 in the back. Let's bring my boy up to join us. Slick 50 in the building. What up, baby?
What's good? What's good, everybody?
G'day, Slick.
Man.
What's happening, DJ? How y'all doing today?
Absolutely good, man. Glad you can join us. I appreciate you. I know you want to hear about Vegas. We definitely gonna talk about that. But jumping straight into the conversation, was you listening? Did you hear that last part about Brian Norman Jr.? Me and DJ are discussing Brian Norman Jr. potentially fighting Teofimo Lopez Heisman weekend. I got Brian Norman Sr. on the call. If you were listening, and I put the call on live, he should be joining us probably in about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be dope.
When he arrives today, I'll drop down so he gets the full focus.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now I was kind of schooling DJ on this whole lineal champion type deal, and of course, Teofimo Lopez maybe jumping up to secure this Brian Norman Jr. fight. Definitely want to know your thoughts as well for you to jump in here. Teofimo Lopez, what does that fight do and mean to Brian Norman Jr.?
Oh, it solidifies him.
Yeah. See, DJ, that's what I was saying.
It'll solidify. It'll solidify him. I mean, right now he's I'll be honest, I didn't get to watch much. I just got on YouTube and saw you was live.
Yeah, go ahead,
you said 9:15, but I keep forgetting we on a different, you know what I'm saying, time zone. But I want to say that Brian Norman, I mean, given his performance, I don't hear a lot of people call him paper champion, but that's what he would be kind of considered. You know what I'm saying? He's gifted belt, email champ, whatever you want to call him. But based on his last performance, you're not gonna hear too many people calling him that, because he had a hell of a fucking performance in a fight that everybody thought he was gonna lose. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That was the point I was gonna make. Great point. Where you go, Rebel Life? I see you back there, boss.
He really, really put a statement on it. You know what I'm saying? Whether there was a lot of people saying that it was a lot on the line, Top Rank might would have dropped him if he didn't win, or whatever that may be. But hey, he went out there and did his thing, and he looked in phenomenal shape, bro. Like, he looked like he was really, really focused. That was the best shape I ever seen him in. You know what I'm saying? So if he gets to Teofimo and put on that same type of performance, oh yeah, he was meant to have it. No doubt, he was meant to have that belt.
Absolutely, and that was a great point. The Giovanni Santillan fight, of course, that's the fight that made him a champion. And you got to think about Giovanni Santillan, who had destroyed Alexa Rocha, who was supposed to be another marquee name in that Golden Boy stable. 32 years old, been a pro 12 years. And that was his moment. That was Giovanni Santillan's moment to capture his first world title. Again, being a pro 12 years, finally getting his opportunity against a 23-year-old kid and Brian Norman Jr. Also hungry, you know what I'm saying? And to pull the performance that to pull that off in the fashion that Brian Norman Jr. did, it solidified him for me. I was like, even if Bud dropped the belts and they elevate him, you still kind of got to give him his, his props, his championship props. You feel me?
Yeah.
So great point, Slick, for sure.
Yeah, he shows he has that pedigree in him, man. You know what I'm saying? Given the two performances before that, people was like, not me. I myself, last year, I was like, two of the people that everybody kept telling me watch out for was Brian Norman and Truck Simpson. And I was like, y'all told me to watch these cats, and I was not impressed.
That was me.
You know what I'm saying?
I told you to watch out for Brian Norman.
And I wasn't impressed, and I was like, what is going on, bro? Like, I'm not understanding what am I supposed to be looking at? But that fight, I said, Giovanni finna tag him. And you can see that everybody there felt like that was going to happen that way, too. He was not supposed to. In everybody's eyes, it was like he wasn't supposed to win that. How did that happen? You can go back and look at Robert Garcia's face. He was like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't expect this. He just beat his ASS from pillar to post. It was a hell of a performance, man. It was crazy. And like you say, he's not going to get too much slack, because when you have a performance like that and then a belt fall in your lap, bro, it's like, dude, what can you say about him? This dude just had a monstrous performance, man. And you know what I mean? Like, he kind of deserved it.
He does. He does. Real quick, shout out to Jessica. She said, "Is he daring to be great though?" And I think she's speaking about Teofimo Lopez. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm gonna try and get to your questions as soon as we get an opportunity to. Yeah, for me, my answer to that would be if Teofimo Lopez jumps up to 47 and challenges a young, strong, hungry young lion and a Brian Norman Jr. I do. I think it is him daring to be great. And I think it is him trying to position himself to entice Bud Crawford for a fight, which would be his third lineal champion he would have faced. So, yeah, absolutely.
And that'd be nice. But I will say this, though. Teofimo, he's trying to get up out of it for some reason. You know, he knew this fight was coming. He knew you was going to be fighting on that Friday. You know what I'm saying? You knew this ahead of time, bro. It's no secret, bro. He's trying to place you on that day for a reason. And it's almost like he's trying to give you your day, such as when Al was trying to give Tank that Sunday. Remember, he was having Tank on Sundays. You know what I mean? People was tuning in. He have your Heisman. He have you these days. Take it, bro. I just think that he don't want, given that performance, he don't want that type of fight. You see what I'm saying? It's not the day. It's not any of that, dude. It ain't. He want to fight. What do you say, Texas or something? Man, no. I just really think he don't want. I think Teofimo don't want no parts of Brian Norman given that performance.
I say the same thing too, but
there's a bit going around too that he knocked back the El Rayo fight as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's at 140, not at 147. But
yeah. I don't think he want that smoke. But I do think a part of Teofimo Lopez thinks he can go up there and kind of knock off the low hanging fruit, which could appear to be Brian Norman Jr. right now. Right? You ain't going up there asking Boots for a fight, you know. So
even though he's saying that, but no.
Yeah.
No, you're not gonna do that.
You're not doing that. So but again, maybe unknowingly he's daring to be great. You know what I mean? If he in fact does this fight, and if RC is actually right about this offer that should be coming to Brian Norman Jr. for Heisman weekend versus Teofimo Lopez. Let's bring him in, Mr. Rant Master. I gotta get him to done. What up, my guy Punch Drunk is in the building. Punch, what up, baby?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all feeling tonight?
I can't call it, man. Feeling good,
hey,
feeling
Punch.
great.
What's going on, DJ?
Good, mate. How are you?
All right, so I'm coming in a little late, man. What's the topic tonight?
Brian Norman Jr., man. We're talking Brian Norman Jr. Of course, elevated now that Buzz dropped the WBO. And it appears, according to our insider that we all know very well, now I see, that offer to fight Teofimo Lopez could be coming in for the Heisman date, December the 14th. Jessica wanted to know, is that really daring to be great if Teofimo Lopez is jumping up to 47 to challenge Brian Norman Jr.? And you know what, Punch? Give me your thoughts on Brian Norman Jr. as well. All right. So 2 questions. Teofimo Lopez jumping up to 47. Is that daring to be great to go after a young, hungry lion who showed you his teeth in his last fight versus Giovanni Santillan? And what's your thoughts on Brian Norman Jr. all around?
From what I seen against Santillan, bro, that was surprising because I ain't gonna lie, I picked Giovanni, bro. So I had to eat crow that fight. You know, I ain't know Brian.
And I won the money that fight.
Yeah, I ain't think he was that polished, bro. Like, so he made a fan out of me. You know what I mean? I really didn't know much before that fight, but I started researching on him after that. So, like, yeah, he looks pretty dangerous for somebody like Teofimo. I don't know if that's daring to be great because, you know, Brian, I don't know. That Giovanni fight definitely is a test. Like, so it's like, man, yeah, that's kind of daring to be great. I would prefer to see Teo fight somebody like Boots. You know what I mean? Because Teo got a name. You know what I mean? So that would be a good little. I think that would be a meaner challenge for him. You know, because T.O. do got the capability of rising to his competition, bro. Like that's the thing about him. So I want to call him trash, but when he put him in there against solid competition, man, he definitely rises to the occasion. So
he does. It seems like he fights to the level of his competition. But you also can't take anything from Teofimo Lopez because he fights tough competition. You know, when you think about a Steve Claggett and a Jermaine Ortiz, I know these are some off-brand names that people don't really know nothing about, but these are tough motherfuckers, and T.O. was still willing to get in there. So it's just a lot of credit I like to give Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, I give him credit
for
I give him credit for Ortiz because Ortiz is pretty fucking slick. But the dude with 7 of them things, he should have blitzed him out of the ring in 5 seconds, bro. I didn't think he was gonna have that much problems with Claggett. You know, that made me lose. See, I told you, T.O. is one. I feel this way about T.O. I like T.O. the fighter. T.O. the person is a delusional fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? I can't get behind some of the dumb shit he be saying. Like, you know what I mean? But other than that, fight wise, when he's in the ring and he's taking the sport serious, yeah, he's one of the best. Until he started running his mouth, you know what I mean? Because all that embrace death shit and I'll whoop Terrence Crawford's ass and I'm 2-time undisputed, like that type of shit. That's where he loses me, bro.
No doubt. Real quick, shout out my guy Mark Nash TV, man. Thank you for being a member of the channel, man, for 2 months. I appreciate that. Love. Say smash that like button. Says Cambosis had a legit. Well, you using these big. What kind of word is that? Innocence?
Innocence. It's all together. Innocence.
Oh, innocence. Okay. T.O. For sure. You know what I mean? T.O. said he was sick, but nigga, you got blessed that night, in my opinion, for sure. Appreciate you stopping through too, Mark, man. My guy, man. Thank you.
And my thing is, it's not that Jermaine Ortiz and Claggett and all that. Yeah, I got respect for them guys, no doubt, right? It's how he composed himself in them fights, bro. It was the tantrums in the fights. It was he mad because ain't nobody gonna come to him. Yeah. Instead of, you know, showing that he ain't cutting the ring off, but he want to blame them for his mistakes as a boxer. You know what I mean? So what's gonna happen? The real question is, what's gonna happen when somebody give you all of that? When somebody give you everything that you asking for, are you truly gonna be ready for it? You know what I mean? Because in them last fights, you didn't show me that you was going to be able to handle it. If them guys would have switched up on you, I don't think you would have handled that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
And let's be honest, are we really sold on T.O.'s chin? I'm not.
You know what? For me, chins are is a big deal, but not so much for me. If you could box, you know what I'm saying, and weather that storm, you know, I keep your hands up. It was plenty of star boxers back in the day that had they were chinny. You know what I'm saying? It's just, at some point it burrows down to your skill set. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when you hear a guy saying these guys don't want to fight, you see him running, you see him this, but then he's not even saying nothing about what he did wrong, or you see him, I still got it right, and all of these things. After a while, that fighting up to your level of competition goes out the window because you're not showing me your level. You get what I'm saying? You're not showing me that.
Yeah, I get it. But in the same breath, when it's against the best, the lineal champions, Lomachenko and what's your boy name? Josh Taylor. He spanked Josh Taylor's ass. You know what I'm saying? He rose to the occasion there. That fight wasn't even close to me. You know, he dominated Josh Taylor. So you know, it's again, man, it's T.O., man. But then when you think Chinny, you think he got dropped by Cambosis, but it was more of a flash knockdown. Could have been balanced there, but you get dropped by somebody who hasn't shown you real power in the Cambosis. And how many real power punches did we really see Teofimo fight? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I
agree with you, but
hold on,
I gotta say this in the words of Evander Holyfield's mother, why the hell you gotta wait to get hit to knock a nigga out? That's all I'm saying, bro.
Shout out 9 in the chat. He said Norman Jr. versus T.O. Is a good luck young fighter. Is a good look. Young fighter who needs a name versus fighting who's coming off a few tough fights. Facts. Big old stinking facts.
Big facts.
Mark Nash with that $2. I think he wants that money drop, y'all.
Money, 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 money,
Money, money,
money, money, money, money, money.
just enough
Just enough for the city.
for the goddamn city. Say Cam. Cambosis has not had a legit win since T.O. That's facts. Now, if anybody was ever a paper champion, it was the likes of Cambosis, man. That's
that was
damn sure, Mark.
That was a wet paper towel. That wasn't
that was most definitely a wet paper damn towel. Blaze in the chat, he say T.O. is a clown though, 100%. Again, he does so much stuff to make you not like him outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like Canelo for me. I love Canelo inside the ring. Outside of the ring, not so much. You know, I don't like the way you moving. It's the same for T.O., in my opinion. You know, got his antics. He does this, he does that. He runs his mouth. But in the ring, he's solid, in my opinion.
Hey, salutes to Mark Nash, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mark Nash TV, giving you your credit, Slick Fitty. Say your last few
bro.
video drops have been fire. That's my guy. No doubt, man. They have been. Matter of fact, you see my latest comment I dropped, and then Austin comes
I
give
like
us that news.
Yeah, right.
Right on point. No doubt. Jessica said, yeah, I never understood that fighting to the level of your competition. That make you look bad to me. Yeah, it could be interpreted that way. And I don't know why it's like that, but you see that in all sports. You know what I mean? Listen, I like the fucking cat. I hate to even say this shit live, but I'm a Cowboy fan, y'all. And I've said the same thing about that. Sometimes, for some reason, whether it's teams or one-on-one, you know, solo sports, sometimes you just play or fight to the level of your competition, and that's just the way it is sometimes. But again, in his last real test, lineal champion in Josh Taylor, again, he blew him out. He truly rose to that occasion.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, T.O. My Steelers is the same way, brother.
I think
no doubt.
I think the problem is we saw this once before in boxing history with Manny Pacquiao, when he said, "Why do I need to knock somebody out if I know I can beat him?" And that kind of hurt him. People was like, "Well, we don't want to watch you then." But then he started back knocking people out after that. You know what I mean? So like, it's one of the same. Like when you know T.O. can be a good fighter, nobody's saying that he's garbage. Nobody's saying that he can't be a good fighter. It's just like, why aren't you showing that level that we get glimpses of every blue moon? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't it consistent? That's what I'm trying to say. Consistent.
Yeah, and that's what you want out of T.O. You want that consistency. But I gotta keep it a buck. I think it's extremely dangerous of him to want to go to 47, feeling like Brian Norman Jr. is that low-hanging fruit I was talking about. I think that's a dangerous move.
Just as dangerous as Boots. So yeah, he ain't low.
You feel me?
Yes.
And according to his pops, hopefully he'll be joining us soon here. They gonna walk right through T.O. That's what he said. Oh, he said they gonna walk right through T.O.
He supposed. Hey, that's how you pose to feel.
You
don't believe it.
I think it was Mill City asked him, "Listen, what's the game plan?" And he says, "Walk right through him. We're gonna stand right there. We're gonna walk him down.
Take the fight to him.
Gonna take the fight to him." Oh man, that's gonna be crazy.
That's how they beat big old
Let's
Santillan.
be honest. T.O.'s power is not translating, bro. It's not. So he ain't gonna be no danger. Like he's knocking niggas out at 135. He ain't drop shit at 140. What make you think he gonna drop anything at 47?
True that. I kind of felt the same way about Bud in his fight as well. You know, when you start stepping up, man, that weight it's different. Shout out Blaze in the chat. He said T.O. fought at an elite level against Loma and whipped Josh Taylor, but he hasn't consistently shown elite level boxing. No doubt.
I agree.
No doubt. It's
very
hard
true, Blaze. Very true.
But again,
I agree.
it's the level of competition too. And maybe I'm just giving guys more credit than they deserve. But when I think of Jermaine Ortiz and I think of Steve Claggett, I think of two tough sons of bitches. But you're absolutely right, because when you are that elite guy, you're supposed to get those guys out of there or at least wash them. And he wasn't able to do that versus either one of them, for sure.
Right.
For sure. All right, guys, I'm trying to get to you. I promise I'll get to you if you're in here. Blaze, I think Norman Jr. is the second best fighter at 147 behind Boots. Agreed. When you really look around, you know, Mario Barrios probably has the better experience. He's, you know, got a tougher resume as of right now. But as far as pure skills, and I keep saying this about Brian Norman Jr., he's a chameleon. He's very versatile. I think he'll be able to adapt to just about anything in there, and that's scary for me. And that should be scary for anybody else at 147. But Stanionis, tough son of a bitch. So it's a couple of names left, a few names left. But Brian Norman Jr., I think he's this next fight for him should really put his imprint, you know, or put his footprint at 47 for me.
Yeah, he got some people he can mess with, bro. At 47 for sure. You got Barrios, Conor Ben, Stanionis, Kavalaskis. He got I mean some names there. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be honest with you, if T.O. was to go up and they was to make that fight, that would be the biggest one out of all of them though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And again, according to Senior, that's the one that they're waiting on. And see, they've already gotten an offer for a fight, but I just don't know against who. For November, and they haven't taken that fight yet in the hopes that they can get T.O. for December. Okay. And again, when you're a newly crowned champion like this, a lot of the times you might want to take what many would call a soft touch, right? Maybe just so you can get a defense in there, stay busy. But if you get an opportunity at a name, I think you just got to go for it. And then you can think about maybe unifying with, you know, whoever's out there got the belts. Does Barrios got a belt now? I know Bud just still has the WBA. So Brian has the WBO, Boots the IBF. Who has the WBC at 47?
It's vacant. No. Barrios got it.
Yeah, Barrios, right? Or am I tripping?
He about to vacate the WBA too next. That's coming soon.
Yeah. You might as well don't. You know what I mean? Punch. You just want to hear the damn money drop. Punch in the chat with it $10. Smash that like button.
Money.
It's just enough for the goddamn city. I appreciate you, Punch.
Yeah,
man.
Barrios got the interim.
Yeah, no problem, my guy.
Terrence still holding the WC, but Barrios got the interim. According to BoxRec.
Who's got the WBC?
They say Terrence Crawford still holding.
I was reading that once Crawford played again at 154, WBC was taking that belt. I read that.
Unless it's not updated, but
it can't be updated left because he only had one belt left.
Yeah, it ain't updated because they still got Brian Norman as interim.
So Barrios definitely is the WBC champ.
He got to be WBC champ. It's gonna be his either way. Yeah,
it's
gonna be his
upgraded. So. They upgrading everybody. They ain't making him fight for this belt, so he gonna probably get upgraded.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out Mike Saunders in the chat. He say T.O. ducking the smoke at 140, and there's plenty of smoke at 140 for sure. But I think the belt's been switching hands. And all right, so let's get the rundown of 140 for T.O. real quick. T.O. has the WBO. Pitbull had the now Rayo has the WBA. Devin has the WBC.
No, he vacated it.
Oh yeah, he did. He vacated.
Somebody else got it because the dude Sandra Martin and dude fought for it and dude beat Martin, bro. So he got it now. I can't remember the nigga name though. It's a nobody.
Who has the IBF?
The dude that beat the dude Paro, Leon Paro.
Yeah, Paro got the WBF.
Yeah, Paro took it from Matias.
At 147 is vacant.
Hey, hold on, who the hell just fought for the vacant WBC?
Martin and somebody, bro. Like his name, he's up there now. Like look on ESPN, man. He's up there now. I checked it the other day. I don't remember no fight.
Who got it?
I don't know. If they
What's his name?
I don't know if they skipped over Martin or they fought for it. But yeah, it's not Martin who got the belt. It's somebody else.
Man, what's dude's name? He was Ukrainian. Didn't he win that belt?
Hold on, I'm about to check right now.
No, that's 135.
Puyo, didn't he beat?
Abba Puyo. That's it. I'm looking at now.
Puyo.
It say interim though for some reason. Interim world championship, and it said WC vacant. Like I said, I don't think box rate updated. That's why I'm looking at right now though. But it says Abba Puyo is It says WC interim world champion. That's what it says. And it says WC world champion vacant. That's what it say.
It say vacant. So Puyo probably got that interim.
Yeah, that's what it says. He got interim.
Okay, because he just beat my boy Gary Antoine. That was a great fight too, man. Damn. God damn. So and see, I think that landscape is shifting so much at 40 for Teofimo Lopez. He's after that Bud fight. He wants to try and be that 3-time lineal champion. I truly believe that because when you think about Teofimo's career, and again, I know he's a clown. He's done a lot of clown shit, but look at what he's been able to accomplish up to this point. And I just believe him when he says that, he's chasing that greatness. You know what I mean? I can never be mad at a nigga for doing that for sure.
Yeah, the WBC is vacant now 40. I just checked.
Yeah, WA ain't on box rate no more, so it don't even show you who the WA is no more.
No doubt. Casino Life Prez, I appreciate you joining us, man. Thank you for spending some time with us. Shout out Brian Norman Jr. He from where I'm from. ATL in the building, no doubt, man. No doubt. No doubt.
I'm trying to see.
Angel Ho. Remember Players Club? Y'all didn't. Ronnie beat up Diamond.
Yeah, she had erased it. I don't think she read it and realized she didn't write that right.
Yeah.
It showed that she had
you know what the crazy thing is?
Angel.
In the end, in the 47-pound division, it's going to end up being Norman versus Boots for the undisputed watch. I think those are going to be the last two standing when everything's said and done.
I don't know if he's ready for no Boots, though. I ain't going to go there for
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've seen and paid attention enough to Brian Norman Jr. to really, put that meter up. You know what I'm saying? We have been paying attention to Boots.
Yeah, not now.
For a while now.
Like, in a couple of years. I'm saying by like 2026, we could possibly get that fight. If they both stay on the same path.
That's it. That's it. Boots stay. I don't see Boots staying there welterweight that long.
No, because Boots is chasing Bud. So
according to Boots, he want to clean up 47. Him and Bozy saying the same thing now. They finally
they on page. Oh, okay. They on the same. I'm about to say they on the same page.
Remember we were saying that, bro. You better stay at 47 and clean that out. Don't chase Crawford, bro.
Which I'm against that shit because the party already started at 54. The party is fucking jumping.
There's some top competition up there, brother. You better stay at 47.
The bitches is at 54, dog. Club 54. Shaking ass, twerking. You bullshit.
My nigga called it Club 54. That shit sound real to them.
You feel me? Track him right now.
And because you're more for Boots at what, 27? I think he's about to be 28, like real soon. You're more along those lines with the guys at 54. You can match up against a Brian Mendoza or even a Tim Tszyu, or you can mix it up with these guys. And I hate for that party to
You think Boots could take the shot he was taking from Abernathy from a Brian Mendoza or a Tim Tszyu? Hell no. He's gonna be on the ground quick as hell.
Who, Boots?
Yeah, nigga. You think he could take them clean shots from Tim Tszyu, the Abernathy was landing?
I don't know.
It'd be nice to see.
No, I don't think so. I'm just saying. That's not me hating, bro.
Yeah, Tim got that 3-fight plan. They put him back on track. He
need to work on his defense.
Shout out Rebel Life too, man. I need to see you, bro. Report to the principal's office, Rebel Life, if you in here. Report to the principal's office.
Rebel Life's in here. I follow that dude.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, he do good. Shout out Rebel Life.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out Rebel Life, man.
Yeah, Devin coming back real soon this year.
Who?
Devin.
You think he comes to? You think he coming to 47?
No, I don't know.
He might as well.
They didn't say. They didn't say what.
Last time at the Crawford
They
fight.
just said Turkey just said he will be back this year.
Oh, so you know it's Riyadh
on the card this year. Yeah, on the card this year.
It's Riyadh.
Yeah, the catch weight.
So I don't know if it's at 40. I don't know if it's at 47, but yeah.
Hold up, real quick. Let me bring my man's up here. Rebel Life Boxing in the building.
Salute.
What up, Rev? Guys, it's been too long, brother.
What's good, fellas? What's going on?
Man, I can't call
What's going on, dog?
Chilling, bro.
You here to talk, man. Brian Norman Jr. First of all, it's been a minute. Happy you here. You'll know you're always welcome to come chop it up with your boy. Brian Norman Jr., man. Give me your thoughts. I know you've been watching the kid.
Yeah. I was talking about him on my video, man. Yeah, man. He surprised me, man, with that fight with old boy.
Giovanni.
Bro. Yeah. He surprised me. He was showing me so much, like he's very relaxed. He never looked. He has like a very relaxed demeanor in the ring, bro. Like that's the first thing I noticed, and his footwork was kind of good too. I was noticing that, and his jab is underrated, and his sneaky counter punching. I've seen all that. I'm like, yeah, this dude is no joke.
Counter punching was sharp, wasn't it?
Hold on, fellas. That's my guy right there, Brian Norman Sr. Let's put him up on the stage.
Oh,
big
salute.
What's up? Salute.
Warm welcome.
Heavy bag, man. Long time, man. My bad, big dog. I appreciate your support, dog. My bad. Long time. What's going on, man?
Man, I can't call it, man. Happy for y'all, man. Happy for the camp. You know, I'm always hitting you and DMing you and giving you guys your props, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Real talk. I really do appreciate that.
No doubt, man. You already know it's all love. But now that I got you here, let me put your ass in the hot seat.
If you know anything about me, I'm for all that bullshit. What you got?
I know you is. Now listen, because I seen an interview where it was like you was kind of like mums the word on the offer that y'all got for November. I'm hearing you got an offer for November, and is it hush hush, or can you let us know who that offer was for?
It's not really hush hush. It's not really nobody yet. It's not really official yet.
Okay, it's not official.
Nah, but it's like nobody's. I don't want. Oh fuck, that was wrong. My bad. I'm live and everything. I apologize. I apologize. No, nobody is nobody. None of these fighters are nobody. I'm so sorry for saying that shit. That was I'm tripping. No. Still, no. These fighters work hard. They get where they at. Now, my son was in the same position. Fuck that. There ain't nobody. I apologize. But I was just tripping. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Anyway, I mean, hey, players fuck up too. It's not a notable name.
Okay.
It's not a notable name. Whoever it is, I can give you. You can pull up the WBO rankings right now. It has to be a title defense. They got rules to the game of boxing. The only time you're going to go around the rules is when there's big money involved.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all know, but ain't nobody with a big name calling us.
Okay.
Yeah, man, nobody with a big name calling us out. Ain't nobody telling us they want no smoke. Ain't nobody calling for no unifications. We open for all of that. We open book when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? I just did a little interview a little earlier today, and I was talking and I was thinking at the time that I was talking. You got 4 champions at welterweight. I think the only ones that want to that have voiced the fact that they want to unify or go undisputed is Boots and B, and both of us have the same agenda. We unify, then we go for undisputed, and that's when we meet there or whatever. That was per me and Bozy talking about that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't heard Stanionis or fucking Barrios don't show no interest in unifying. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like I said, Stanionis called us about a fight before, and that shit went blank. I don't know what's going on, man. We just
really.
And see what I do know is it was supposed to be an agreement back in what, July or June for Teofimo Lopez.
Yes, sir. It was. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what happened, man. I hate to call a fighter scared or whatever else, and I do understand people have different reasons of doing things or whatever else, and I don't think he's necessarily scared or whatever. I think he understands the risk that he's taking. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, if it was my son and my son was a small, T.O. pretty small. People talk a lot of shit about T.O. beat my son or whatever else. I don't think y'all realize how small T.O. is.
Little dude.
He a little dude, bro. He really, really a little dude. Like, that's fucking David and Goliath for real. You know what I'm saying? Even him and Josh Taylor at 140 was close. It was big enough, but Josh Taylor ain't nothing like my son.
Right.
Josh Taylor ain't throwing no fucking bricks. Like, when has he been, fucking people up? Josh Taylor, I mean, he's a good fighter, not, taking nothing away from him, but he's not. I mean, T.O. got athleticism, so he was able to do what he does better than Josh was able to do what he does, and that's just what happened. But when you got a situation like my son, we ain't going for none of that shit. You got to bring ass to get ass. When you bring that ass gonna get watched. Pause.
No doubt. Now, listen, my boy sent me a clip. Shout out to Sam, because I told him I was going to eventually get you on the show, of an interview you just did, basically saying, Brian, your son Brian Norman Jr. would make Teofimo Lopez look like a C+ fighter, a C fighter,
absolutely,
a C+ fighter.
I agree.
Absolutely. It would.
Straight up. Cool.
Straight up. Absolutely.
Is that the fight that y'all really, really want to press for next if we make the jump?
Again, yeah, man. We would love that opportunity. We would love the opportunity to get that fight. We would love the opportunity to get that fight, man. But from a business standpoint and from a father-son standpoint, I would understand if he didn't take it.
Okay.
I would understand. I would understand. I wouldn't be. Give me a minute. I would understand. I wouldn't be upset if he didn't take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my thing is, voice it. You know what I mean? Voice it. Keep it real. Don't come out here with a fanfare like you all of this and that or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you can't get him, if he doesn't make the jump and come up, who's the next name you think y'all will want though?
It would be a Barrios. Again, let me say this first, because when we say shit like this, he's scared of Boost. He didn't say Boost name.
Right.
We will fight Boost. We gonna fight Boost whenever the fight call. We coming for all the smoke. We will fight him tomorrow. We'll fight him next week. Me and Boza already spoke. We're gonna do it for Undisputed. All right. So let me say that shit before I say anything else.
Salute. Y'all heard it first over on Heavy Bag.
Motherfuckers like to jump in the middle and be like, "Oh, you see, he ain't called Boost. You see his energy when it came to Boost, bro." Y'all have no idea, bro. We'll fight the man. We'll fight the man anytime. I'm not worried about that at all. I got you, bro. I'm not worried about that at all. We not worried about that at all. So we're gonna get that work when it's time to get that work.
It makes sense for both of y'all to maybe unify, man. Make
absolutely. Yeah, we gonna get that work. The way we see it, and I think the way level-headed fans see it, just not so fanned out about other people or whatever from a sensible state of mind. I think you see that they're the most talented. You know what I mean? Brian Norman, my son is 23 years old. He just coming up. He just made a huge statement. You know what I mean? He showed different styles of fighting. He showed different ways of fighting, no matter how you want to look at it. He's not a one-dimensional type fighter. Boost is not a one-dimensional type fighter. You got the Stanionis and the Barrios, and I'm just saying these people because they're the champions. I'm not picking on them. They are one-dimensional fighters. So to me, I'm seeing it only makes sense for you to put the two most talented fighters, if they can achieve what they're trying to achieve and put it for Undisputed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Gotcha.
So let me ask you this: the game plan is to take over 47. Because listen, your son big. He's
not small. Yeah, he not. And that's why we not worried about no 147. If your ass make 147. That's your ass, like straight up. We not worried about no 147 pounder.
And when I say that though, to me it appears that 54 right around the corner, right? But is the game plan is stick around
he don't have no problems. He don't have no problems with 47. He don't have no problems making it. So we got all the time in the world. He's 23 years old. I mean, I can tell you from. Go ahead.
I said, yeah, go ahead. He young. He making it no problem.
Yeah, he young. I can tell you from my boxing days, and I used to train. I hate to say, I guess not quite like he did. I used to train like a fucking animal, but I didn't train like he did. But of course, I had a whole lot of other shit going. I had him. I had him at 21. That's my fourth child.
Yeah,
so I had my fourth child at 21. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't able to train like he did. But that motherfucker trained like an animal. And I didn't train like he did. But my age weight didn't start to hit me till 28 years old. That's when I started the game. That's when I started to carry around. Even while doing the same training, even while doing the same thing, I was like, what the fuck? And I was carrying around like 10 extra pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you, what was the difference? What was the difference between, because the last fight, Brian Norman Jr. looked like he was in phenomenal shape compared to the 2 fights prior to that. What was the difference?
I think you might have it. I think you might be a little confused about the shape thing. He's always in phenomenal shape. You've never really seen him tired.
Not like that. I was saying that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I know. You said shape. You said shape. Yeah. That's why it was the wrong choice of words. And some people in this game, people take a word and just fucking run with that shit.
Right. I got you.
And so you hear, hey, he ain't never in shape. He wasn't shaped to laugh. It's not shape. It was the style that he chose to fight. That's all.
I think
like I said,
I'm talking about like his physique. Like he was ripped.
His physique.
Oh no, he's always that way.
Okay.
He always been that way. Yeah, he ain't never not been that way. Oh, is that where the steroids shit came from?
No, I never heard.
I know. I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking shit.
That was about to be news for me. What?
Like that. I ain't heard no shit like that.
Man, go to. I go look at them all the time. Y'all, if y'all ever see me in the comments, I frequent the comments and I fuck with people all day, all night.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you use a troll buster for sure. A straight troll buster.
That's what I do. Yeah. Hey, when I'm bored, I go to you. I swear to God, I go to YouTube. I type in Brian Norman Jr. I pick a video, whether it's old or new. I go down the comments.
Well, you ain't shit.
I'm serious, bro. It's fun to me, man. I get pleasure out of that. You know what I'm saying?
As you should. Now, let me ask you this, man. I seen you on my boy, shout out Mill City, man. We got to chop it up at Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame ceremony. Jaleel Hackett.
Right.
Jaleel Hackett coming out of left field saying, hey, listen, man, knock, knock, open up the door, ATF.
That wasn't even out of left field. It wasn't even a blind side thing. Like we've been knew that. We've been on that. That's all good. I mean, Jaleel got to wait his turn. He got to wait his turn. He got to get where he got to get. He had some blessings coming up, under Mayweather. He had some blessings coming up. Being attached to Tank name in that sparring situation, as far Tank saying, got a 16-year-old kid, and take with the pictures with the fanfare, he had his he had his blessings with that, and we had our blessings and our curses with a certain thing. So I mean, it's just about playing the cards that you dealt. You know what I mean? So even though you base what you was blessed with that outside the ring, that shit don't carry to the ring all the time. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in there and put in that work.
Damn, sure don't. You absolutely
you got to put in that work. So it didn't come out of left field. We knew Bernard, his father, respect him to the fullest, respect Jaleel to the fullest. That man, they work hard. Matter of fact, they took our game to a whole nother level when we went up there the first time, and B ain't been the same since. And then when he went with Boots, he ain't been the same since then. And those guys, those are two staples. Boots and Jaleel and Boots are two staples that took my son game through the roof. You know what I mean? Just based on him seeing that and seeing how they work, because it's the fish tank thing. Like if you're a small fish in a fish tank, you ain't gonna grow but so big. You know what I mean? Right. They put you in the ocean, you got more room to grow. So we went up there and seen how they work. Because my boy's been the man around Georgia like since he was 16 years old. That's not an exaggeration. We talking about grown men. Anybody will tell you that he will fuck up anybody. You hear what I don't give a. You name them. You look up the list. You look up whoever from 7 years ago. My son will fuck him up. And I said to their face, they ain't gonna tell you no different.
No.
He was the man serious. He was the man around here. They didn't fuck with him like that.
Yeah. For sure. Go ahead.
Wait. I'm sorry. But when we went out of town and we went elsewhere, we seen that wasn't good enough. My bad. That was my point. We seen that there's more work to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we the big fish here. We win the big fish. You know what I mean? So that I told you, you know. And then of course, the Baltimore, that was a small little piece of it. And then the big piece came from Philly over there with Bozy and Boots, and they got all that work in the gym, and that's when, you know, it was next level. Then it was from then on out.
From there.
Yeah, it was from then on out. Then
For sure. 50, you had a question?
Yeah. At the end of his last fight, he mentioned Terrence. Now he said he showed him some things or something like that. Is that gonna be something that's continuing, like him kind of working with Terrence Crawford? But
my son said Terrence Crawford showed him some things.
Yeah. When they was taking afterwards, they was interviewing him. He was like, "Shout out to Terrence." He showed him me some stuff, and that helped out. That's what he said. So I was just wondering, like, is that a?
I don't think he meant that like that. He probably meant that maybe some shit he took out the sparring or something like that. But no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
Maybe some shit he learned.
Like, y'all
maybe
working together or not?
Bud didn't do anything to teach him anything in that ring. They just sparred.
Okay.
One time it was nothing. There was no time. There was no time spent. There was no talking. So again, if he said he learned something, maybe he just learned something being in the ring with him or something or whatever. But I don't think.
Got you.
I don't think. I know they didn't talk about shit. What I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that's probably what he meant. That, you know, being
in the ring. Probably just learn from being in there with him or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Senior, let me ask you this. So, now right before the news broke about Bud vacating, I reached out to you and told you about Heisman weekend with T.O. So no talks from Top Rank right now about a fight for y'all at all. Just to be clear.
Yeah, I told you. I just said it.
Okay. Besides him.
Besides who?
The November date. Besides him.
But I didn't give a person to remember that, right?
Right. You didn't.
No. Oh, if you so just come on, spit it out. You asking about T.O.?
No. I'm saying.
Are you asking about anybody in particular? Because they're not gonna tell us about another fight after a fight that ain't happened yet.
So okay, so where are y'all at in that? Is it negotiating right now? Or?
Okay, this is where we at. My bad, bro. Okay, this is where we at. I think they had plans for T.O. to do what he did. All of this started to come together probably at the end of July, beginning of this month. And I started to realize what was transpiring and what was happening. I think they were setting Santillan up. That's what I think they were setting Santillan. I think they were setting him up. I think they were setting him up for a showdown with T.O.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, again, this is not a fact. This is what I started thinking and realizing and seeing where it was coming from and just, you know, just playing shit in my head. And it appears that they was setting Santillan up for a showdown with Teofimo Lopez. I noticed that Bob was the one that started pushing that B Brian Norman Jr. and T.O. fight. I don't know if y'all know that or pay that any attention. Bob Arum personally is the one who started talking that. Nobody started talking that, but it was Bob Arum that started talking that. He did. You can Google that. You can look that up. He did about 2 interviews before Teofimo fight. And he was saying, yeah, you know, blah, 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 woo the woo. And we're up to 47, we can make a big fight with Brian Norman. And you see after that, after the T.O. fight, you see what T.O. did the interview with ESPN. And he was like, and they asked him, what did he think about his fight about a fight with Brian Norman? He said my son's name verbatim. And T.O. said, I think, you know what I think would be swell? I think would be swell is Teofimo Lopez, 3-division world champ before he's 27 years old. He never said my son's name at that time. He never said nothing. So then I got to thinking, like, people asking why we calling out T.O. And they were like, we didn't call out T.O. T.O. called out us. And then I realized, wait a minute, T.O. never called us out. He never even said our name. It was Top Rank that did that. It was the Top Rank announcers. It was the Top Rank announcers asking those questions. It was Bob Arum personally doing those interviews. Everything came from Top Rank. T.O. never said our name until the interview. He never said my son's name, period, on any interview. You won't find it nowhere. Trust me, I'm always on YouTube, and this is what I do. I troll shit. I look for shit. I'm a scavenger. This is what I do. He never said my son's name until the other week, last weekend at that Canelo presser, the last week at that Canelo presser. That's the first time my son's name came out his mouth on any camera. First time. And then he said, well, what is this? What are they talking about? And then I'm afraid I'm ducking him. I never said I'm ducking him. I just said I wanted to fight. Well, that's his first time ever saying you will not find no interview nowhere else where he said my son's name before that day. When he said Brian Norman Jr., you would never find him, no interview, period. He called out Crawford, because I was looking, I was checking. I was like, okay, what's up? What we doing? How we doing it? I was looking at all the interviews before the fight to see what he was going to say, to see where we was at with it. And again, like I said, Top Rank is telling us that they talking about it. Top Rank is telling us that T.O. is not responding. Top Rank is telling us that T.O. went off the grid and he just ignoring them all together now. So Top Rank put in my brain T.O. ducking us. I don't know. And now T.O. come back saying he never heard about the fight. Now, this is why I think T.O. lying, is because he said he didn't know we wanted to take the fight. That's a fucking lie, because I called people personally in his motherfucking camp. I talked to people personally in his camp in their DMs, and everybody knew we wanted to fight him. We did interviews on ESPN. Everybody knew he wanted to fight him. So that's a lie about he didn't know we wanted to fight. That was just a bold-faced lie. And if you tell one lie, that made me think, okay, I don't know what the fuck is true coming from T.O. in. But I do know what's true coming from my own end, and that's that in the public eye, nobody called it. T.O. did not call us out. Top Rank called us out.
Facts.
And I think that was the thing from the beginning. I think they was trying to set Santiago up. That's where I come up with that from.
Yeah. I thought it was obvious. And everybody.
I mean, it came so far in between for me, because he fought him on the 18th, and no talk was about T.O. until about 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. It was just, I don't know where that shit came out left field for me, so I didn't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? It wasn't obvious to me, but now it is.
I guess I'm saying it was obvious that was the plan for Santion.
That was the plan for Santion. They wanted him to fight WBO, whatever. And I think that when B got it, T.O. probably got to catch cold feet. This ain't the right opponent to do that again. So whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened from that point on. So to the question that you asking me, we have no fucking clue. We sitting here, we open books. We the new faces in boxing. We welcoming all the smoke. We want all the smoke. You got people like Jaleel Hackett that's asking for a fight when a fight cannot be made. If you heard on the live when I told him, I think they got it twisted also. It's Jaleel Hackett and his dad. I understand the excitement of being signed, the excitement of being where they are. I said, listen, if Eddie Hearn, if Eddie Hearn don't come to me with an offer, they lying to you. Did you hear me tell them that?
Yeah.
I told them that.
Absolutely.
And I don't think Eddie Hearn coming to me with no fucking offer, because they're not going to offer enough money, because you got to pay a lot of people a lot of money. You don't just have to pay us. With a world title fight, you got to there are minimums that got to be paid.
Yeah. Right.
So it's a certain amount of money that got to be paid, and that fight right now is Jaleel Hackett is not worth. This is no disrespect to Jaleel Hackett. It's not worth that kind of money.
Yeah, it's just the truth. He's not a name.
Yeah, it's not worth that kind of money. Like, it's not for nothing. It's not a unification. It's not who's going you rank number in the top 15 in the WBA. Who is going to pay who's going to pay step aside money for one of the guys in the WBO, who's ever next or whoever, whatever, who going to pay step aside money to these people, or, you know what I'm saying, to satisfy this, so we can fight you, because it can't be for the WBO title, because you're not even ranked in that sanctioning body. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's just a lot to it. So my bottom line is, nobody's calling us that we can even actually fight. Nobody's saying our fucking name. The only people that said our name is Jaleel, and I heard Michael Fox, who we would love to fight, said an interview or whatever else. I think Michael Fox has the best chance of getting ranked in the WBO or whatever, and he wanted to fight. He expressed interest. He wanted to fight a long time ago, and I respect and like Michael Fox. I think he got robbed against Gabriel Maestro, Gio, whatever his name was, Maestro. I mean, that was a very misfortune for him, and I think it's kind of derailed, his where he was at the time or whatever. So, and I told him I'd have been in his DM. We done talked, I met him, sparred, everything else. And I told him, man, I respect you to the fullest, and I would love to get you to fight if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's more of a doable fight to me. You understand what I'm saying? Than Jaleel Hackett. But those are the only two people we heard say my son's name at all. Nobody else had said his name.
Gosh almighty, boy. Hey, they know he's a young, strong, hungry lion, man. You gotta be careful when you go knocking at the devil's door.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I be looking at. I'm like, damn, people calling Boost the boogeyman saying won't nobody fight him with shit. We saying we'll fight him. And ain't nobody saying they'll fight us except the people who can't fight us. So we look like we the motherfucking boogeyman.
Hey. Yeah, I mean,
that's how I see it. Shit.
That's how it's looking.
That's how it's looking. Stanionis called us about a fight before the TO fight was offered. Not Stanionis, his camp. Called us about a fight. It was not an official offer. They said we was excited, man. This before the TO shit was even said. We was excited. We was like, oh shit, it's finna get started. We finna get cracking. They was like, would y'all be interested in fighting Stanionis? Hell yeah, never gave a date, never gave nothing. We ain't heard shit from those people since. So the TO shit popped up.
They did the same thing. They did the Stanionis camp.
Oh, really?
In the boots, yeah.
Oh, so they trying to. So are you saying? I didn't know that.
Yeah, go look it up. Yeah, they said it. Yeah, they said they was supposed to have been in talks with Stanionis camp, and them niggas just disappeared. Hold on, I think he
said hold on. Yeah, I think he was saying
he got a phone call. We'll let him jump back here in a second.
Hey, salute to everybody that's enjoying the content, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't subscribed,
smash that like button if you're in here. If you on Slick page, subscribe. Man, I'm so glad you joined me tonight, man. Was able to link up. Okay, there you go.
I was saying I didn't know. I heard about a Stanionis fight, but I didn't hear the details of them doing that. That's interesting. I need to know shit like that. Okay, that makes sense. So now that paints another picture for me. That's why I need to know all the details of what the fuck going on. So if they indeed did that, the Boost, was it the same way? They called him for a fight and just didn't say nothing else about it?
As far as what I know, that's that was the word that they just never got back with him. They left him on red.
So it sounds like they trying to see do they strike fear in motherfuckers or something there.
Yeah, or using the name to keep themselves relevant at the time.
Yeah.
That's why.
No. How can you keep yourself relevant in the inbox? How can you keep yourself relevant in the DM?
Because it's gonna get out.
Yeah,
it's gonna get out. People gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. See, y'all boy thinking better than me. Okay, that makes sense.
For sure. Now, I gotta ask you. I'm gonna just switch gears just a little bit, because I love your responses when it comes to just boxing, period. And while I got you, I want to get your reactions to some or get your thoughts on some situations. Heavy news in the boxing world, the state of boxing right now. When we're talking about Turki Alalshikh, did you have any thoughts about Turki Alalshikh and what he's doing in the sport of boxing? And do you think he's good for the sport?
I think he's great for the sport. I do. I think he's great for the sport. I think anybody that shows any kind of interest and they got money behind them or putting money behind boxing, I think it's good for the sport. I even think, and I hate to say it, and I never thought this, I even think Jake Paul good for boxing. I hate that. That's cringy. That's cringeworthy saying it. I think he's terrible for boxing, but I think he's great for boxing.
I had to come around and say the same thing after a while to admit it. Yeah.
Right. All right. My bad. I said, I think he's terrible, but he's keeping eyes on boxing. He started a promotion company. He got real boxers that he's actually promoting.
Yeah.
I seen a show that he had on the Zone that's putting on a boxing card for real actual boxers. All that is good. So at least he's using his bullshit as a positive, for boxing. His mockery that he did, at least he's using this shit to help box and boxers, actual boxers.
That boy said he gonna represent U.S. in the Olympics in 2028. And
who the fuck said that?
Jake Paul. He said that himself.
He get on my fucking nerves.
And he going after a title. You think he
getting on my fucking nerves, but he not going out the door. The only wait a minute. Let's keep it real now. Let's keep it real now. The only boxer he ever fought, he lost to.
Right. Yeah. Tyson Fury little brother.
Yep.
The only boxer that he's ever fought, he lost to.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Come on, man. But he just I mean, he doing what he's supposed to do, man. I'm not gonna hate on it. As a former professional myself, you know, a hard worker and a person that worked hard, of course you're gonna feel some type of way. And I'm not saying this for myself because I don't now, because I don't give a fuck now. But from a fighter's standpoint, I understand like we feel some type of way, like you making a mockery out of what we was trying to do. You making a mockery of people that work hard for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now he's working hard to get where he got to get now that he in it, but it's like he jumped the line just because of popularity. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a slap in the face to real actual fighters that, you know, that take this shit serious and they made sacrifices every day, fought since they was 7, 8 years old, went through all these nationals, all these tournaments, all these bumps and bruises, broken bones, sprained ankles, sprained wrists. You know, it's like a fucking slap in the face to us. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm fucking 45 years old. I'm done. I ain't got this shit all the way out my system. I don't give a flying fuck. But I can't help but to think for, you know, the other fighters that did it. You understand what I'm saying?
Damn right. And he jumped the line when it come to the money. That motherfucker.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he jumped the line, bro. Like, God damn, motherfuckers, like even now, motherfuckers, we would love to be on pay-per-view. You just jump on this bitch, you on pay-per-view, your first fucking fight. What the fuck is this?
Right.
What is it? YouTube fucking pay-per-view.
But the Turk, man, Turki Alalshikh, he's putting a lot of money in the sport of boxing, and a lot of people painting him to be the villain. Right. And I just can't. It's hard for me to see him in that light when you don't have to come into the sport of boxing and doing what you're doing and making some damn good cars.
Absolutely. Right? I saw that for the first time today, what you just said. That somebody actually called him a villain or saying that he was actually bad for boxing. I just saw that today somewhere. Cause like I said, I try to be on shit sometimes looking. I don't remember where it was at. I don't remember what was actually said, but that first sentiment really just came out today. I thought it was clear that he was good for boxing. I mean, he's putting on boxing cards. He's putting on the fight we want to see. He's putting more money in the boxer's pocket. Like, would you want to go outside and go to the mailbox for $5 or go outside and go to the mailbox for $1,500? Like, come on, bro. He's paying them more money to do the same job that they was going to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Yeah, you can't hate on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I just don't think so.
Wait. Are actual fighters saying that shit or just fuck ass fans?
Fuck ass.
No.
You can't start no fuck ass fans.
There's got a couple of fighters like a Canelo Alvarez and a Tank Davis who got these cult followings, and because they not showing any interest in the Turk, then you know they gon'.
But you know why they not though? Because they want to cherry pick, and Turki Alalshikh don't want to cherry pick.
Exactly.
He won the best fights.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Both of the ones you just named are the main cherry pickers, and I'm not saying that they're not good or whatever the case, but they clearly cherry pick. Like, what the fuck? Come on now, let's be real.
This is what I love. I love it. He keep this shit funky.
Absolutely. Like, I don't remember. I was just saying this earlier. Let's hold on. Let's think about this. Pitbull Cruz. Y'all just saw his last performance.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you see his performance against Gio Cabrera?
Yeah. Looked horrible.
Yeah.
You saw his performance against Rayo. You saw his performance against Gio Cabrera. The only other one was we got Rolly when he knocked Rolly out. And what else am I looking at after Tank sometime? Who else did he just fight? Who did he fight? After Tank, post Tank.
Wasn't it just those?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't think it was nobody else.
I think it was just those three.
I think it was just those.
So he looked terrible in 2, and he got the motherfucker standing right in front of you. You caught it, and that was, bro. He was unknown. He was virtually unknown to the masses until Tank brought him up.
He was on Tank. He was on Tank last 2 undercards.
Right. Mario Barrios.
He got that fight because the guy pulled out on Tank.
Right. He just put him in. He was a fucking undercarder. Right. Barrios, absolutely nobody, unknown at 140. the weakest link that he could find. And then when he fought him at 140, he said, hey, I'm too small for 140. And then he went back and I mean, these guys, and I'm not knocking them, I'm just telling you what they're doing, and it's clear to me, and only the fangirls don't see it. Like they pulling niggas that you don't even know, that you don't even see fighting nobody. They're the names. They're pulling names. You Hector Garcia, who? When the fuck he was named out of Hector Garcia? When was he in any? Come on, bro. Out of all the people you could have picked.
And they pulled him up. They pulled him up.
And you pulled him up for 130.
Yeah, and they pulled him up.
But
come on, man.
He had beat Lil B Hop. Lil B Hop was supposed to be somebody in the sport of boxing.
And 130, they knew what they was doing, man. These guys, you haven't seen, and I'm this is not a bashing them. This is just I'm just telling you from what I'm saying about you saying those are the only two fighters saying that they bad for the sport because they already got their money doing what they're doing. When Turki Alalshikh don't want them to do what they're doing because Turki Alalshikh wants you to actually fight a real fucking fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What fight has Canelo been in lately that was a 50-50 fight, and that Tank been in lately that was a 50-50? Tank ain't never been in a 50-50 fight ever. Period. Canelo, you can say the first Triple G fight was a 50-50 fight. The Mayweather fight was probably, less towards his way, maybe 70-30 against him. But nah, it was 50-50 because a lot of fans thought he was, he was the goods and shit.
I was scared for Mayweather.
Huh?
At the Canelo Mayweather, I was scared for Mayweather, to be honest.
Right. So that's what I said. Some of the fans thought they thought he was the goods and shit, but
he had the pop.
But other than that, though, these boys don't fight 50-50 fights. Now Canelo has the best resume, so I'm definitely not knocking Canelo. Canelo fight fighters. He has fought fighters. He's just not doing it no more. He ain't doing that shit now.
Since he lost to Bivol,
my nigga. Bullshit. He lost that last fight. He ain't losing no more.
That's it. Let me ask you that real quick, because Berlanga just came out and called him out about, and I don't know if you be on the internet, so you might know. He just called him out about ducking David Benavidez. How you feel about that, man? If anybody,
it's the truth. It's the truth, and I appreciate him bringing that shit out because everybody know that he was a fucking cherry pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh well, yeah, no doubt.
He even know he was a cherry pick. He clearly does David Benavidez. You said the motherfucker got to pay you $200 million to fight an easy fighter? Like, come on, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
I mean, some could say, one breath you could say, I understand. I think it was something where he said, I fought. He named some fighters that he fought, all good fighters. Like I said, he got the best resume. Now that's what you can't take from that. He said, I fought this guy, I fought this guy, I fought this guy. So now what do you want from me? I mean, some could say he deserved to fucking take cruise control just like Mayweather did at the end of his career, but Canelo's still like, what, 33, 34?
No, fuck no, because Mayweather was fighting niggas like Canelo at 36.
36.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I just said. Canelo like 33, 34, some shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't even that fucking old, so he can't be talking that shit.
Man, that's still prime years.
Yeah, you can't be doing. Yeah, you can't do what Mayweather did, motherfucker.
But see, at 36 years old, Canelo was still giving young, strong niggas like Canelo an opportunity, bro.
You mean Mayweather was?
Yeah,
Mayweather.
To me, Canelo's still supposed to be giving these tough niggas
absolutely
an opportunity. Don't duck.
He don't want to take. He don't want to take another L. He cannot afford to take another L.
Yeah,
his it's getting hard for his fans to defend that. Like they really do. They even defend Bivol? Do they even defend that shit?
Hell,
yeah, they did.
Who? How they? What's the defense of that?
They said they
all
said
great.
He was daring to be great. He went up there.
Nigga, it was one weight class up. How the fuck you daring to be great going one weight class up?
This is the defense though.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. But okay,
this is in the third.
They're gonna
keep defending Canelo, bro. They're gonna keep defending Canelo.
Balls in their mouth for sure. But that's what's up. Man. See, I be fucking around talking to you all night, man. My motherfucking nigga, man. I damn sure appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Here all night, man.
We cool, man. I want to talk some. I want to educate some fans on some things, man. It's a whole lot of. I think some of y'all YouTubers need to do some education of your fans, man. That's what I think. I be looking at some. Like I said, I look at all the comments and shit. I be like, these fans are so clueless about basic shit of boxing, and then steady calling other people casuals and don't know shit about boxing and everything. They have no fucking clue what they even talking about. You know what I'm saying? But let's do some education. Let's do some education to some of your viewers, man.
Absolutely. What you got in mind?
All right. So for one, let's educate them about titles and belts. Period. I give y'all some questions. Do y'all know how many sanctioning bodies there are? Real sanctioning bodies that there are. How many real belt holders are there in each division? Pretty much.
Well, I'm not gonna say.
I only recognize the 5.
It's really only 4, but you can have the Ring magazine. But we're talking the ones that matter.
The Ring as one, but they don't charge you for shit. So of course it's just the 4, and that's the IBF, the WBO.
Thank you. It's 4. There you go. It's 4. Tell your fans there are only 4 major organizations in boxing.
Major. There you go. Keyword. Major.
There are only 4. To all of the fans listening, all the viewers listening, man, there's 20 belts in it. Everybody got a belt. Yeah, you got into the continental, regional, youth, Venezuela, goddamn semi-international,
you got WF and all this
WWE. You got all kinds. Them motherfuckers don't matter. None of that shit matter. Even if NABO, even if it's a fucking right, even if it's a segment off of the other ones, the only ones that matter are the 4 that he just named. The WBA, the WBC is the main one. The WBC, the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF.
I gotta get a little pushback on it because some of these fans, they be confused because when it comes to promotion, they will say a fighter is a champion and he's interim. And you be like, okay, I thought he was the real champion. You be like, no, he's interim, he's next up, but this is third. You know what I'm saying? And I done had conversations back and forth with these cats, like, okay, I get what you saying. They be like, it's too many belts. They talking about he a silver champ. They talking about.
I'm glad you said
you know
that.
So I be getting that with the promotion. Promotion be doing that to him.
Another teacher moment. Let's go and teach him this. Fuck. Let's teach him this.
Yeah.
Interim silver is next up.
Right.
Next up to fight the champion. He's the champion before the champion. Now, wait a minute. I'm gonna segue into a real fucking thing that y'all need to hear so y'all can stop this email shit. If the champion, if the next up champion is trying to fight the champion and the champion chooses not the motherfucking fight, he chooses to vacate, and the interim silver, whatever, has won a fight and won his interim champion, won his silver champion, whatever it is, they will automatically elevate those champions to the major champion in his spot. There is nobody else at the top of the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
The top of the food chain was knocked off. He is now risen. The cream has risen to the top.
No doubt.
Got that? The fans, do y'all hear that? There is no fucking email belts. Ain't nobody emailing nobody no motherfucking belts. It ain't working that way. You know what I mean? I don't know about that WBA super champ shit. I don't know nothing about that part. But in general, ain't nobody getting emailed. That means these people have already fought for their title. The number one, they're the number one, this and that, whatever. They might be a mandatory for the champion. The champion leaves. There is nobody for them to fucking fight.
Right.
They already won the fight when they won the interim championship. So y'all know why I'm making this argument, right?
I already know.
All right. So I need to say this. Right, because when my son won his title, everybody already knew Terrence Crawford wasn't coming back.
Right.
My son beat the number one WBO challenger in the world. Number one, numero uno. My son was number 9. And to be honest with you, they raised him up to number 9 just to make the fucking fight through politics. You feel me? They raised him up to number 9 just to make that shit look good.
That was my question right there.
Because I think he was like number 13 or some shit.
I think he beat Rocha. They was like, man, put this motherfucker up there.
Yeah.
Boy, I done seen the craziest shit.
That's the part I want you to educate. How people be skipping the line like that, bro? Like,
it's not even, they're not even skipping the line. It's just It's just like you, if you work at if you the manager at motherfucking Quick Trip and I need the motherfucking job at Quick Trip and it's 5 people filling it out. Hey, my nigga, hook me up. You know what I'm saying? I need a job at Quick Trip.
Exactly, bro. I'm glad you said that. A lot of people don't think that. They be like, nah, something else. I'm like, nah, man.
No,
how you
sir.
Lose?
This shit is
lose and go to another division and boom, you up there.
This
like,
shit is all political. This shit is all goddamn favoritism about who you know.
Okay.
It's no different than
that. I am not arguing over that no more.
I tell you what. Now, I got another one for y'all. And that's why I say I want to just use this time to fucking educate the people. I got another one for y'all. If you go to BoxRec is not a real entity, period. That shit is nothing but showing you the fucking records. That's it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they choose to show you the WBO, the ranking, they show you the real rankings. Their rankings are fictional. Their rankings are opinionated. Yeah. If you don't believe me, you can go to anyone you look at, and I guarantee you see another motherfucker from a whole nother weight class in that ranking for a whole different weight class. That shit is not true. You
so
go
you
to the
So you telling us BoxRec is like the pound for pound list? That shit is just completely opinionated.
Completely.
Yeah, BoxRec just the most reputable, like the go-to. It's not official.
Yes. Yeah. It's your real record, like, but it's opinionated.
Fight Facts is like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's opinionated.
I heard it's going on as well, man.
So if you gonna look, motherfuckers tell me all the time, like they'll pick a name. He ranked number 7. That nigga ain't ranked number nothing. In what? No, that's BoxRec. They just make up shit. They moved my son up, bro. Let me tell you something. And I know it was politics. They moved my son up. I can't remember the fucking number, but he pissed somebody off. They moved that nigga down 20 spots.
Damn.
Bogus.
20 spots. Right before
coming off of what fight?
Boca Chica. Right before Giovanni fight, he was up. After Quentin Randall fight, he was up.
Yeah.
After Quentin Randall fight, they had him up. They had him up pretty high. Had him up pretty good. I think he was ranked like. It was in the top 20, like 21. He's ranking number 21. He was okay. I got it. I know exactly what it was. He's ranking number 19 to 21 because they kept switching it. Like sometimes people are fighting, they was moving it back and forth. He was between 19 and 21. He was ranging and ranging. He was moving this shit every couple weeks. Something happened, and I knew what it was that happened. He pissed somebody out. What the fuck happened? I don't know. It was an interview or something. It was something happened. And you know they had him as a 4-star fighter. You know they got the stars on there, right?
Yeah. Yep.
They had him as a 4-star fighter. They took it down. Whatever he did, I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna remember later. Whatever he did or whatever happened, mind you, he hadn't fought a nothing. They took him down to a 2.5-star fighter, 3.5. They took him down to a 3.5-star fighter or 2.5, one of the two, 2.5 or 3.5-star fighter, and they put him down to 39.
Gosh,
no fight had happened. Nothing had changed. Nothing had. I said, "What the fuck?" I was like, "God, I got screenshots. I remember sending it to him.
I remember this.
Yeah, I remember sending it to him. I sent it to B. I checked everything about him. I remember I sent it to B. I said, "Look at this shit." I can't remember what it was, but I can go through my message and I can send it to you. You know what I'm saying? But I sent it to B. Look at this shit right here. And they had him up and they had him down. Now, in fact, I'm gonna do it in a minute because I know how to find it. But anyway, though,
I want to see that for sure.
Yeah, they had. Matter of fact, give me 2 seconds. Hold
on. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely had to ask that question about the politics. How people skipping this line, bro. That's the part I be wanting to know. But it's good he cleared up the belts. But like, yeah, it'd be the promoters.
Yeah, I know it's
the
politics behind the ranking systems. Because listen, we've been scratching our head the whole time trying to figure out how the fuck Earl Spence is number 1 for the WBC.
Right, you heard what I said. How you lose and go to a whole nother division and you ranked how? Like,
you ain't even had a fight at 54.
Facts.
You number 1 for the W. Boy, that's that bullshit.
I be having people, man, around me arguing, man, it's because he did this. No, ain't no because he did nothing. What you mean? He did that at the other weight class. He ain't did nothing there. Y'all be arguing about that, bro. I be like, stop it. But I really do think that the promotion, because I see too many times fighters walk out with belts and then the promoter will be like, he's the champion. They don't say interim, or they don't say, you get what I'm saying? Silver. They just be like champion. So in your mind, now I'm thinking like, damn, I thought he was champion. I thought, you know what I mean? I thought he was this. I've caught myself like that a couple times where I've watched the fight, be like, wait a minute, champion? What kind of champion? Then I gotta go Google, you know what I'm saying? Because I know somebody else is the real champion, you know.
Yeah.
You hear terms, interim, silver, regular, super. It's so many terms too, though. You know what I mean? That I don't expect the casual to really follow, to be fair, because they just tune in because they see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't necessarily follow. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Hey, there you go. I think, is he back? No, I think he might have got a call. Hey, Reb, you can feel free to jump in and get some questions too, man. Some content for your channel if you want to. Shout out my guy Mark Nash TV in the chat. What up, boy? I appreciate you, Mark Nash TV too, man, because I'm a super dope channel too. If you haven't subscribed to Mark Nash TV, make sure you do so. He talks about everything, of course, including boxing, and he's responsible for a lot of these relationships out here, man. Thank you.
No, I was here the whole time. I was trying to find that damn what you call it. I found one. I got to find I found one. I got to find the other one. Just hold on 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm here though. I hear everything y'all do. I'm here. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, but I know there's politics behind all that bullshit, man. And see, my thing is, I would love to know who he was talking to, because then you can start to weed out the bullshit. You know what I mean? Because it sounds like he was talking to somebody in particular. He rubbed them the wrong way, and then boom, it had to be some type of representative of box reg or some shit like that.
Yeah, and that's weak, bro.
Yeah, that's weak shit, man.
And that's another way to, like I say, mislead, because like I've had people like, man, you go to box right now, but like that's just a reputable site. That's not official. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. It's people who update that accordingly, but it don't. Just like we were just reading today. It's not even updated. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
It's not even updated at all.
Mark Nash, you say Danny getting a shot at 160 title after being out for 2 years. Yeah, man. Hey, politics.
That's that PBC plan, though.
I can't find this shit. I can't find my screenshot. You said Mark on here? Mark somewhere around here?
He came through and blessed the chat. That's it. Yeah.
I said Mark Nash came through here?
Yeah, he did. He just came through the chat. Yeah, he came through the chat.
Tell him I said, what's up, man? What's up?
Yeah.
But yeah, now all this shit is politics. Now I want to continue to educate now. So now that's one. So you got the interim or whatever else. Okay, if the what you call it, that's what happens. You got motherfucker. I thought you had to fight for talent, man. This shit's weak, man. All right. Another education. Boots is not the #1 welterweight in the world.
Oh, you keep hearing that?
Boots is not the #1 welterweight in the world. Let me explain. Boots has one title. Sanyonis has one title. Barrios has one title. Brian Norman has one title. I don't know what the fuck made Boots the #1 welterweight in the world. My opinion. Hey, what my boy Martin Nash say? Allegedly. Put
a case on it.
Put a case on it, motherfucker. Exactly. So Boots is not the #1. Boots has not even beat the #1 welterweight in the world. His opponents have not beat the #1 welterweight in the world. In fact, Giovanni Santillan was ranked higher than any fighter that Boots has ever fought. If you don't believe me, go look for yourself. The fighter that my son just beat was ranked higher than any fighter that Boots has ever fought. This is not a knock on Boots. I'm just telling you the truth.
Hold up. So Boots ain't got no former world champions on his resume?
He absolutely does. If he does, does he? No. He does not.
Let me do some digging.
That's big, though.
While you educate, let me do some digging.
Yeah, do it. Let me know what you find.
I got to ask you a question. I got somebody in the chat. They said, what happened to you fighting Boca Chica?
What happened to who fighting Boca Chica?
Yeah.
That was
that supposed to happen? Somebody asked me.
Okay, the Boca Chica fight. Hold on. I'm glad you said that. Let me educate y'all on that.
Okay.
We were trying to fight, but Boca Chica fight was set up for June the 8th. They had that fight. Now the people who even bring up Boca Chica always seem to bring up the knockdown, but guess what they don't bring up? The intentional elbow that was clearly caught on tape after the knockdown. If you intentionally elbow somebody after you knock them down, to me, he intentionally elbowed him. I got the fucking video. If you intentionally elbow a person after you knock them down, that means you was trying to find a way out, because no matter what, you should be disqualified. It was caught on tape. That's an automatic disqualification. You lost the fight by DQ. Okay, that's for one. Two, why did you elbow him in the first place if you got him right where you want him? You just dropped him. This is the biggest fight in your life. You got a 25-0 fighter in front of you. He's touted highly. He's ranked. He's signed with Top Rank. He's been in the ring with Terrence Crawford. He got all this hype behind him, or whatever the case may be. You can derail this hype train. Why, after all of this shit, after you drop him, would you even dare take the chance and motherfucking shoot him an elbow? Why would you do that? Now, back to why the fight didn't happen. Number two, that fight was set up for June the 8th. The rematch was set up for June the 8th. My son wanted it bad. Giovanni fighter fell out. They asked us, offered us, hey, would you like the Giovanni fight? To me, it was all God's plan. God's plan was to make us look weak. It was to make us look vulnerable. In the Boca Chica fight, just to give Giovanni and his people enough courage to accept that fight. Oh yeah, we'll run through that. We'll take that. 25-0. Well, hell yeah, young fighter. Yeah, it's gonna look good. In our hometown, it's gonna look good. We had everything against us. We had the commission against us. We had the referee against us. They kicked me out the fucking ring. Go look. They kicked me out the ring after the fight. Everybody was in the ring, and you see that motherfucker put me out the ring. He put me out the ring and threatened to fine me. While everybody else was in the ring. Why are you finding me? Because you shouldn't be in here. Go look. Go watch the fight. Go watch the fight and see how Giovanni is putting the top of his head in my son's face the whole time. Watch how he's holding my son. Watch how he's hitting my son behind the head. Watch how he's taking his forearm and putting them all in his neck. Watch how he's putting his shoulder in his face, bumping his shoulder in his face. You can go watch all of these things. Now, I want you to know this, because I watched everybody. Giovanni never did that to anybody. He was not a dirty fighter to anybody. I watched all of Giovanni. I studied that motherfucker down to the max. He never clinched. He was a good, clean fighter, and he just went in there and went to work. He was a workhorse. That's what Giovanni was.
That's what he do.
That's what he do.
Let me say this real quick, Coach. The boy had been pro 12 years.
Been pro 12 years
old. He finally getting this opportunity.
He finally getting his type. His chance. By any means necessary, he's gonna win this fight.
There you go.
By any means necessary, he's gonna win this fight. By any means necessary, he got knocked the fuck out. So for all the people that saw him pose and all of that, and all this crying about the Boca Chica, crying about the knockdown and the this and the that, and okay, but you never cried, you never said one thing about the fucking intentional elbow. It was more. I see more about him getting dropped than the nigga intentionally elbowing him after the fucking drop. That's the craziest shit in the world. These people want out. Quentin Roundle never did what he did. He never fought anybody like he fought my son. He just slow people down. He put a jab out there, whatever. He fought my son completely different because he feeling that pressure. He feeling that heat. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all, it ain't what you think it is. It ain't what you think it is. I see this daily. I see this day in, day out. I see this sparring session here. My son and I almost got to fighting out of town before because he was whooping motherfuckers' ass so bad. This when he was 16 years old. We went to a country ass place, man. Shit. That motherfucker, we were finna have to fight about that. Them clothes about to come on.
Boost does have Sergey Lipinets on his resume, who was the former IBF champion.
That's right.
At what weight? 140?
Yeah.
At 140.
He had never been dropped before, too. That was the fight he got dropped in. That's right.
Doesn't matter. He was at 140.
That was during the bubble, wasn't it?
Yes, and he was at 140.
Yeah.
My whole point is you can't say nothing about the competition, or you can't say nothing about nothing else if nobody else doing the same thing. All I'm saying about anything is keep it across the board. Keep it. We're gonna say anything. We're gonna do anything. Let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? My son do an interview. My son on this interview, they ain't saying Boots name. That's why I say his name every chance I motherfucking get, so y'all can hear it.
Yeah,
they ain't saying Boots name. They're scared of Boots. Ain't nobody scared of Boots. But then they go to Boots. I go to Boots shit. I want everybody with a belt, but you don't never hear nothing. Oh, you see, he ain't say somebody's name. He ain't say what, nigga, what? And then this was the craziest shit. I get into it the other day with a motherfucker. They say Boost the A side, so we got to call his name. He ain't got to call our name. I said, well, goddamn. What the fuck?
Boy, that fan shit crazy.
That fan shit crazy. I'm like, wait, boy, dick sucking is a hard job. I don't want to be one to do it, but y'all crazy.
Stupid, bro. That's very stupid.
Yeah. And you know what? You've always been saying that shit. This is before B was a champ. You've been saying, listen, we open to all the smoke. We open to the boot smoke.
Every last one of them. Again, I was getting out of I was finna get, bad, and I respect both so much and Booth so much. And I love their dynamic and they helped us out so much, you know what I'm saying? But it was pissing me off that we weren't getting the same respect they was getting. We can't even do a fucking interview without saying their name in the comments and shit. And I'm like, Dad, we done already adjust that situation, and nobody has ever even asked them about us on camera. Ever. Trust me, I just told you, I look at every interview. I'm looking for certain things.
Nobody has asked Boots about
you won't find one interview where my son's name is said to Boots Ennis. You won't find one fucking interview. You will find about 50 where Boots' name is mentioned to my motherfucking son. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's
you
crazy.
Feel me?
Yeah.
You won't find one motherfucking interview where they say that nigga name at all. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all people?
Well, listen, them questions about to start coming now. Yeah. That shit finna start coming now.
Yeah.
Possibly. I talked to Bose. He helped me understand a few things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We cool. Again, that's why I said we cool with it, and we got to understand. I'm glad that we spoke. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't hearing it. So, and of course we know I talk text him, I can call him or whatever. But so I wasn't finna get too reckless or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I can just pick up the phone and call him. But I'm glad he called me and let me know his standpoint. But I'm putting his standpoint out there because nobody's asking him his standpoint. And I'm putting his standpoint out there because it shouldn't be a secret. His standpoint is they would like to meet us for Undisputed. That's Bose's standpoint.
That'd be dope.
So just for the record, you spoke to Bozy, and
Bozy Ennis called me after me getting into it with some motherfuckers online. I was about to get reckless as fuck, talking all kind of shit because I wasn't. And I told him I wasn't. And I told Bozy, I said, brother, it ain't fair that we, you know what I'm saying, that we got to deal with this shit, and y'all niggas ain't got to hear nothing.
Yeah,
like y'all niggas just live your motherfucking life and have a fight, win, enjoy a bit with all over there. Yeah, here come Boots. Nigga, wait, of course that's what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no
doubt. You motherfucker tell me here come Boots like I'm gonna say, ooh, let me, nigga, shut up, bro.
Ain't no bitch.
Hey man, listen, I can't wait for the fight at this point. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it.
Man, us neither, man. I just can't wait for the next one, man. I can't wait to Top Rank tell y'all something.
For real.
I mean, I can't wait for the next one either.
You ain't get into the details, man, because again, they put somebody on the table for
y'all. No. Again, my bad. I be fucking jumping all the time. Pull up the WO. Can you pull a WO and put it on the screen? Can you put it on the screen?
Let me see. I ain't got my
and you'll understand what I'm saying. And I apologize again for saying there was nobody that was fucked up.
WO World Boxing. All right, I'm at the WO. What you looking for?
You just want to see the ranking list for the WBO?
No, I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
So you can look at this and you see really ain't nobody to fight. Like we would love to fight Conor Ben. Conor Ben ain't trying to fight us. Is Conor Ben trying to fight anybody?
I don't think so.
No,
he
I
ain't trying to.
I don't know what the fuck Eddie doing with Conor.
Yeah, Conor Ben ain't trying to fight nobody.
He ain't allowed to fight, but nowhere over here anyway. So he
Right,
should be
right,
trying to fight
right.
an
So
American fight.
Conor Ben on there. Roach. These are the only names that are on there. Conor Ben on there and Roach on there. I don't think any other name is on that list, on that WBO list. And that's why I said nobody, because when I said nobody as a mistake, I just meant no notable names that you would know.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm saying. So maybe I'm confused here. Top Rank gave y'all somebody, and y'all declining that fight.
It's not a good fight. It's gonna be an ugly fight.
Right. Okay. All right. Just so I'm clear.
I'm not gonna say the name yet because it ain't. It's gonna be an ugly fight. The name they gave us is gonna be an ugly ass fight. We gonna win. It's gonna win. It's gonna be like a Quentin Rounder type situation. It's an ugly ass fucking fight. Because again, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. Quentin Rounder, again, he didn't do what he did with my son with nobody else, and you see what he resulted to. This guy does certain things already with other people, so I already know what he gonna result to.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, he ain't gonna want none of that. So I'm looking at the guy like, shit, don't nobody want to fight this shit? No.
Gotcha, matter.
But y'all are aiming to fight this year, though, right?
Oh, we gonna fight this year. That's a that's a given.
For sure.
We set the fight in November. I mean, I'm hoping I'm hoping I talk enough shit. I tagged his daddy the other day. I'm hoping I talk enough shit where they just go and just come on out and goddamn. I mean, they ain't got no problem calling out Terrence Crawford. They ain't had no problem talking shit about Devin or talking shit about Shakur or talking shit about Tank or talking shit about nobody else through the years. Shit, talk shit about us. Lomachenko, they ain't got no shit talking. They ain't got no problem talking shit about nobody. Talk shit about us. We'll take it.
No doubt.
Number one is Chakram. I can't pronounce
Chakram Gayasov. He just fought July the 31st. I would take that fight, but I was heard he just looked terrible too or whatever. But we would take that fight.
Yeah, he's number one.
He number one. So I mean, the shit they'll figure it out. I mean, at this point, if you look at the list, you see what I'm saying. There's really no
notable names.
We're trying to get a notable name. You understand?
Yeah, I most definitely.
Yeah, we're trying to get a notable name, and unfortunately, there are no notable names. The notable names on that list are not going to fight us.
Yeah, and they ain't at the top at all.
Right. It don't even matter to be at the top. All you got to do is do a title offense against. They don't have to be at the top for you to defend your title.
Right.
You just got to defend somebody. Just like you just got to defend it against somebody on that list. Now, again, if Gayasov is the mandatory, which I guess it will be soon, and he pushes that, which I can't see because, again, like I said, I don't think nobody calling my boy name like that, but that would be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We'll take that shit too.
Kind of being number 7, y'all beat Giovanni. Alexis number 9, and then you got Santiago Dominguez. He number 11. But
none of those names are notable names. They're just gonna be regular. There's gonna be us people who know boxing names. That's all.
Right.
That's it.
Ain't that on there.
Unless you want to finish Alexis Rocha all the way off, but I doubt he's ready to throw him back to the Wolves.
That would be the craziest, because especially with his style, like my son just fucking dominated the motherfucker that beat.
Now, you know what would be a good measuring stick is number 3, Shukazhan. Karen, that's the Ukrainian kid that ran around the ring with boots.
I asked for that fight. I would say that I asked for that fight. B don't like the fight. I asked for the fight just because I know my son can cut the ring off, and I know. And he said, everybody know he's gonna win, but he was just like, I don't feel like doing that shit. I want to fight somebody. I want somebody that's gonna stand there and fight. I want somebody that's gonna fight me. So I was like, okay, well, fuck it. But I believe that the talks are. They say Karen's supposed to fight Boots again in November.
Oh, really?
Real?
That's what I heard yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Well, Boots caught a lot of backlash for that performance,
Well, he number one. He number one in the IBF.
Yeah.
Go to the IBF list. He number one.
To the IBF list. All right.
Yeah, he number one in the IBF.
Who?
Karen Jukashev. Well, hey, check this out right here. While we educate, now we educate the people who looking at this shit. Y'all see these lists we pulling up? These lists matter to the boxing world. Okay, these lists matter.
Yeah.
So when y'all say he ain't fight nobody, sometimes there's somebody who that you don't know on this list that he fought. Okay, these lists actually matter. When you say this person is the world champion and he don't deserve it, you can't say what the fuck that man been doing behind the scenes. He's on this list and he's working his way up that list. And if you want the title, go knock him off. Like Ryan Garcia ain't never had a fucking world title. Oh, did I announce when I came on here again? I know I did. I'm just gonna do it again. Did I tell y'all my son's the youngest world champion in boxing right now?
Oh yeah, 23 years old.
23 years. I think the next was Bam Rodriguez.
Okay. Yeah, he
I think Bam 20.
Bam is 24. My son 23. Yeah. He's the youngest champion in boxing, boss. The youngest. He wasn't even 26 and a half when he won. 23. He wasn't even 23 and a half when he won.
I think.
And now they about to age his ass out to damn near 24.
Got your matter.
He turned 24 in November.
Karen is number 1.
Yeah, Karen. They got Karen.
Nobody at number 2.
Nobody's number
Karen
2.
number 1. Nobody at number 2. I look at this type of shit.
Yeah,
I look at this type of shit. And you got to remember, Boots it's certain thing that Boots got to abide by too, because he's a champion.
Yep.
And unfortunately, nobody's looking to fight him. Now, if it's a big fight that's set to be made, that's when the money come in, when they pay step aside money and let's do this, because this is the fight fans want to see. That's when you get the shit like that, like a Devin Haney fight or a Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get those type of fight. That's where the money talking the bullshit walk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These fans, these people that y'all see, a lot of these people, a lot of these notable names that y'all know are not world champions, have never been world champions.
Hell no.
So I'm just letting y'all know that. You feel what I'm saying? Well, anybody can get a belt? Apparently not, because the people y'all know ain't had one.
That's why I'm definitely not mad at the idea of Devin Haney moving up, Teofimo Lopez moving up. Because listen, if we gonna keep it fun, 47 is depleted. You know what I mean? They need
I heard them ask Bill Haney about us. Man, anybody tell you, man, from the start, I ain't got nothing but respect for him and what he did for his son, and how far they got. Right. Boy, that's beautiful, man. But even Bill Haney, they didn't express no interest in fighting us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at it like thinking from one side of my son need a coach. We ain't shit. We sorry. We suck. He got dropped by Boca Chica. Blah blah blah. Woody woo. I'm looking at it like we the weakest link. Out of the belt holders, we the sorriest motherfuckers. You got Barrios that beat
Ugas.
You got Barrios that beat Ugas. You got Stanionis that whatever the fuck y'all think about that. And you got fucking Boost that's supposedly in y'all eyes or whatever, some people's eyes, the best 147 this decade. So we the weakest link is how I look at it. And I just keep saying it like we the weakest.
Teofimo Lopez might view y'all as the low hanging fruit and it might get froggy.
That's what they're saying, but that ain't what it is. Teofimo is not stupid.
Yeah.
That's what they say. That's what I heard somebody say that. That's not the fucking truth. I know how a motherfucker move when he want to fight. He ain't moving like he want to fight.
Nah, he ain't. He just want that bud fight, but you got to take necessary steps, little fella.
Right.
And for me, man, that's the best path. If that was exactly what you was trying to do, don't just try and jump from 40 to 54 after bud. Stake your claim at 47. You know what I mean? But
that's a little dude, man. So that's that's a little guy. Yeah, little guy.
Yeah. So if it happened, y'all walk straight through T.O.
Fucking him up
like a Mack truck.
Fucking him up. Fucking him up.
I like it.
Fucking him up.
I like it.
Real talk. Fucking him up. He's so fucking little. Fucking him up. Damn. Only thing you got to worry about with a smaller motherfucker is they can get wormy. They can, get around shit and do shit. But we ain't doing nothing reckless. We fucking them up. I got it. We got it.
Wouldn't be a little timid about that hand speed of T.O.
No, my son got no, hell no. My son got 10 times his hand speed. No. We don't worry about none of that shit. You gonna see. We're not worried about none of it.
I'm just saying we got to keep in mind that he is a 2-time lineal champion at the end of the day.
Well, that's gonna look fucking great on our resume if the motherfucker decide to fight. If we be the 2-time lineal champion, will the fans then view us as the best welterweight in the world? Don't put a case on it. Put a case on it. Right.
Will they?
Right.
That's the conversation we was having before we had you on. Is you have to give Brian Norman Jr. a ton of credit if he was to walk through and defeat somebody like a Teofimo Lopez. Because listen, I take this shit serious when you got guys like a Bud Crawford or Teofimo Lopez who has beaten multiple lineal champions. To me, as far as boxing accolades go, that's the top. That's the top, man. To do that twice, more than once. So you would have to give B all the credit in the world for sure.
There ain't no dancing around it.
Yeah, I think probably
got called.
I think senior.
But
yeah,
ain't no dancing around it.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm here.
Yeah. Gotta give
he
him all the
walked
credit in the world, man. And I'm praying for that fight for y'all, man, because that's the fight that makes the most sense for Teofimo Lopez. And then for me, that would be y'all coming out party fight. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm here. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm here for it too. Absolutely. I'm waiting, man. But
that name bigger than all the other names on the list.
You remember when I just told you I felt bad for Santiana and I was looking at it and that shit crazy how it work out. Cause you know how they say good and bad and whatever.
You don't feel bad, nigga. You don't feel bad, nigga.
No, I did. No, I really did. I really did feel bad for Santiana. Not after the fight. I did, but I didn't because he fought so fucking dirty.
Yeah.
After the fight, I felt a little less bad for him. Before the fight, I thought he was. I knew his story. I knew how long he was trying to get there. I knew that was his chance. I knew he had fucked up. I knew that. I was felt sorry for him before the fight. I'm serious.
Okay.
Like this ain't gonna end good for him. I knew it. I knew it.
Backyard too, boy. In his backyard.
Y'all think y'all bring the dirtiness out of fighters, man, because he hit so hard, bro.
Yeah. That's what I keep telling you. That's what I keep telling you, man. Listen. But you ain't gotta listen to what I say. Look for yourself. Look what he makes fighters do. Look for yourself. Look for yourself. These people, they're not even fighting the same.
Yeah.
They're not fighting the same.
Yeah,
he hit motherfuckers and make them say, like, he hit motherfuckers and say, woo! He hit motherfuckers and make them scream. I'm telling you.
That wine baby,
I'm telling you.
I don't think I should be doing this no more. I don't think I should be hit like this.
You know what's crazy? When I got the opportunity to talk to you prior to the fight, I asked you specifically. I said, "What's the game plan?" You said, "We're gonna beat him at his own game." That's exactly what you told me. You said, "We're gonna fuck him up in our game, and we're gonna beat him at his own game."
There you go. That was my plan. To fuck him. My plan was to do both. Yeah. My son chose to push towards the ladder at his game damn near the whole time. He did my game. We was good. That was the plan, to do both. He did my game 1% of the time, if that, 0.5% of the time. And that's when you see him when he bounced back and forth and he pop, move. That would have been easy money all motherfucking night long. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't want to do that. I mean, but he fought a very fan-friendly fight.
He made a statement that night.
Yeah.
He made a fan-friendly. Yeah, he fought a very And I'm looking at
boy.
Whoa. Another educational moment for the fan, for the viewers. Can I give another educational moment?
Absolutely. Go ahead, coach.
There's not one fighter within recent times that's a fan-friendly fighter. I don't give a fuck if it's Boots. I don't give a fuck if it's Crawford. I don't give a fuck who the fuck it is. There's not one fight that's a fan-friendly fighter that does not get hit flush. I can't hear you. Did y'all see one? Did y'all see the recent fights? There's not one that does not get hit flush. Okay,
No, that's
big facts.
Nah, man, we
seen all that shit. They were talking. Oh man, his defense too bad. His defense like.
No, there was the type of fight that it was, bro. Like they was grueling.
I'm looking at it like y'all don't. I'm like y'all don't realize Boots get hit too. Like people get hit.
That too, though. But I was taken away from what I was astonished about. He was riding some of them punches, though. He would see them coming, and you know what I'm saying, and still be with the vicinity where Giovanni couldn't get away from him on the ropes.
Man,
he just couldn't get away.
He was in the zone. He was in the zone.
He was eating some, but he was trying. Right, that let me know he was keeping his eyes wide open.
He was in his zone. He was in the zone, man.
He was on one in that fight.
He was on one.
Good question, Coach, from LaJessica in the chat. What up, LaJessica? I sure appreciate you hanging out, girl. She said, "Listen, man, y'all got to bring it back to the A. Now that he
I know, right?
Hey, man.
Tell LaJessica she in the A, man. Look, this is the thing. This is the thing about the A, man. Some people just come up how they come up, man. We just ain't never had the support in the A that we need to make no kind of big fight, man. I mean, even now, there's a lot of facts that people don't even know, and nobody's trying to get them out there. And I guess I need to give it the right person to get them out there. My son is the only numero uno, zero, ain't no more but him. He is the only champion that was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. There are only 4 champions from Atlanta that represented Atlanta, Georgia. That's Evander Holyfield was born in Alabama. Vernon Forrest was born in Augusta, Georgia. O'Neal Bell was Jamaican. That's my boy.
Okay.
Vernon Forrest was born in Augusta, Georgia. O'Neal Bell was Jamaican. And Brian Norman Jr. was born at motherfucking DeKalb Medical Hospital, 5 miles from motherfucking Atlanta. He is the only one born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. The only one.
Yeah, man.
But see, we don't get that kind of limelight. They like the shit like mumble rappers and motherfuckers who be gay carrying purses. My bad. I'm so sorry. I got a line. Please forgive me. Can y'all edit that shit out? It's live, man.
It's all good.
It's all good. But I feel you. And listen, because he's the only one, I feel like he's supposed to be getting all the support in the fucking world.
Facts.
Them rappers supposed to be
we got right. He's Atlanta bred, bro. You got that. He's no different than the Hawks being the champs, the Falcons being the champs, the motherfucking the soccer team, the United or whatever being the champs. He's no fucking different. He's Atlanta bred. He represented Atlanta.
Should have been a parade, my nigga.
It should have been a motherfucking parade, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? But I guess it ain't enough people, whatever, and it just ain't enough support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how I go. He ain't Insta famous. You know what I mean?
Right.
He never was Insta famous, and that come from even the other people. We see people who get that little fake ass Insta fame from doing fake ass shit and popping fake ass shit they do. But then what they do, they don't try to throw a reel back or throw a roll back. We don't do all that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't into all that. That ain't our thing, man. We ain't flexing shit. We ain't faking shit. We ain't lying about shit. Man, we from the hip about everything. You real?
It's finna hit though,
grinding, man.
Yeah, it's finna hit.
Yeah, right. That's it. We just out here grinding, my nigga. We out here grinding. We out here telling the truth. We out here telling you what happened. I'm gonna tell you when it's good. I'm gonna tell you when it's bad. I'm gonna tell you when it get knocked down. I'm gonna tell you when it get beat up. I don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Cause if we get beat up, we coming right back. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see it happening. But not beat up. I don't see that happening. If anything, like I say, if anything ever happened and my son loses, he'll get caught by something. Cause ain't nobody finna beat him up. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Man, listen, after the TO fight, I'm gonna speak that into existence. After the TO fight, it's up then. Motherfuckers gonna come out of
TO.
Atlanta then.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, he got a I think at this point, the way we pressing it and the way it's playing out, I think T.O. ain't got no choice but to take that fight to save face.
That's it.
I think that's where it's at now. T.O. not gonna fight no more this year. You mark my words.
Ooh, boy.
He ain't gonna fight. He ain't gonna fight no more this year. If he fight again this year and that motherfucker don't fight us, I need everybody to call him a bitch.
Hey, listen, I'm on board because listen, it just makes sense, man. It makes sense.
Right.
A lot of things don't align this quickly to make sense, but when you look at Teofimo Lopez and you look at if you're not trying to unify, which it doesn't look like at 40. And again, the
Well,
belt.
right. What are you doing? Right.
What are you doing?
What
Bud's
are you
not going to
doing?
give you the fight. Bud went to 54, I believe, and made that pit stop just so he could try to entice Canelo. You need to be doing the same thing, bro.
Right.
You need to go ahead and use that super champ. Activate that super champ.
Man, come on, get it working. He ain't got to activate it. He just asked for it. He got to activate shit. He just asked for it. We there, baby. We there. Just ask for it. We want all the motherfucking smoke. That's it.
Hey, coach, while I got you real quick, now Bud Crawford. I know you saw the Madrimal fight.
Yes, sir.
I definitely want to hear your thoughts on that particular fight. A lot of people felt like, well, I'm gonna say I feel like it was Bud haters because to me it was a decisive win. Now, mind you,
he clearly beat that man. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, you feel me? You know, Madrimov did good. You know what I mean?
He did. When you say good, it will be better than expected for one thing. Go ahead and ask the question.
Yeah, I was just saying he did good. I thought he did a great job of staying out of harm's way. I thought being on his toes and using those feints was really good. It kind of kept Bud off balance. But when Bud decided to work the jab and throw the combinations, it was there. You know what I mean? I thought it was just a decisive win. Definitely want to get your thoughts as well. And it sounds like you agree with me.
I absolutely agree with you. I think Bud won a very decisive victory. I think the fight looked closer than it was because you still got to score round by round. And the first, 3-4 rounds, Madrimov wasn't trying to do shit at all. Just a bunch of feint, a bunch of feint, and a bunch of feint. And I guess at the same time, you got Crawford at least, throwing a couple of jabs, throwing a couple of punches here. You had good body work here and there. Madrimov didn't do shit. So that's the first 3 rounds in the tank already. We know that Crawford won a lot of the later rounds, 12. I mean, when he opened up or whatever. Now, as a coach, and I guess it's probably hard to coach. I can't say that. I can't. I was gonna say it'd be hard to coach Bud, the best fighter in the world, but I guess I can't say that because Bo had been coaching him the whole time. But
yeah,
I mean, I was gonna say I guess it'd be hard because he's gonna do what he want to do or whatever. But I think that Bud could have gotten to open up just like he did in the 12th round. Yeah. I think he could have did that any other time. I noticed that again, Madrimov. He held when Bud went to the body. Like I said, he didn't like that body work. He held when he went to the body. I think that was a missed opportunity. But again, what the fuck do I know? I mean, I think Bud won clearly, man. I don't remember any. The only thing I remember, I replaced stuff in my head. The only thing that replays in my head from Madrimov is those straight left hands to the eye. Straight right hands?
It was right hand.
Right hand.
Straight right.
Straight right hands to the eye.
From Madrimov?
Yeah. From Madrimov.
It was a left hand.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a left hand. Yeah, that put that knot on Bud eye. That was that left hand. That was right
that's all. That's all I remember is that, and that was too far in between to say he could win a fucking fight off that. It's not like he was. I mean, that's what the fans they go off of past performance and this performance, and that's how they go off and say if you won or lose or not.
Right.
You can't do that. It's not about that. It's about. I mean, the shit got rules. You know what I'm saying? If you win a basketball game by 1 point, bitch, you won by 1 point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing with football. So what's the difference in boxing? Like it's no different.
But to me, I think because Madrimov was able to hang in there with Bud and land some shots.
Right. Then people want to say, ooh, and he only got 11 fights. Yeah, that motherfucker got 11. He got way more fights than Bud ever had.
Over 200 amateur fights.
Yeah, exactly. He got way more fights than Bud ever had, never gonna have. God damn it. Mm-hmm. That's amateur or pro. How about that?
50, you had a thought.
Yeah. Do you think overall though, did you think the weight played a part, or do you just think it was how
hell no.
Madrimov
No, they ain't had shit to do with weight. No.
How you think he'd do it at 168 if he ever went?
I don't. That fight wasn't a tell of that. That wasn't a tell of that because it's not like it was a physical fight. It's not like the physicality of Madrimov gave Bud problems. It was all punches that gave Bud problems. You know what I'm saying? It was all the lack of opening up when Bud wanted him to and shit like that gave Bud problems. It wasn't like he was too big. He was too physical. Like, it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he too strong. And they didn't even nothing they did in that ring in 12 fucking rounds exuded strength at all.
Yeah,
did they even fucking get together and do any kind of like?
Yeah, it was a couple of clinches, but in those couple clinches, it would look like Bud kind of.
Bud, yeah, Bud was working the body, and Bud had the better of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bud got the better of that. So no, I don't think the weight was nothing. Like people just, yeah, motherfuckers is, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know that both of them weighed in 168 that night.
Right. It just is what it is. Now I think that's a problem. I think that's a huge problem.
Him weighing 168.
If Bud weighed in at 168 the night of the fucking fight, and you trying to fight at 168,
he was bigger. He was bigger than Matt Jamal. Matt Jamal 168.
Right, but if you trying to fight at but if you trying to fight at 168,
yep,
and you weighing at 168, it ain't but so much. I seen Bud, and Bud ain't that big.
Me too. Bud ain't that big.
Yeah,
right.
Bud is my son's size. Bud and my son about the same size.
Yep.
Bud and my son about the same size. My son is clearly a 147 pounder. Clearly.
To me, your son got a little bit more muscle mass than Bud, though.
Yeah, he do. Absolutely right. Yeah, he do. Yeah, no, he danced in the motherfucker. Yeah, but he's clearly a 147 pounder though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he clearly 147. Like he's right down on it. That's all. Ain't no fact. I mean, he is really not much he can do with that, and that's what I'm saying. When when the weight get put on, now you know what? Now that I'm thinking and we talking shit, that sound good. I know Bill go for the right fight at 154 and come back down. I know he'll do that.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you earlier, man. He already big. There's a party going on.
Yeah, he'll do that. Yeah, he'll do that.
If the offer came in, would that be something y'all would entertain?
He would absolutely do it. He would love that shit because he ain't got to motherfucking lose weight either. He would love that shit.
Yeah, because this is a big party going on at 54. Go ahead, 50.
I want you to elaborate on that. Why is it a problem if he weighed in at 168? Just for people to understand what you're saying about when you say that.
That's his walk around weight, and you're gonna fight people just like he was 15, 20 pounds bigger than he fought. You're gonna fight people 15, 20 pounds bigger than you. Right. Now, if they decide if it's a fight of they decide to use their physicality, then that could pose a big threat for Bud. Because like I said, Bud ain't a big guy. Yeah. He's a strong guy, so they say, but he's not a big guy.
And see, if he challenges Canelo and they weigh in at 68,
right?
Yeah, I think Canelo. Yeah, Canelo not tall at all. They're about the same height.
Yeah,
just Canelo fucking thick as hell.
Taller than Canelo.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Canelo just thick as hell because Canelo not really physical like that either. Canelo box, he fight, not box, but he getting that punch. He don't really make his thing like Benavidez. Now that's a different story.
Right.
Yeah. Now he's a bully. We ain't talking about him. We talking about somebody like Canelo or something. I mean, it's gonna be a box, but I think those punches would be a whole lot heavier.
But see, it depends though, because when Canelo fought Jermell Charlo, he fought a bully fight. You know what I'm saying? I thought.
You know what? You just got down. I'll be slipping, man. I guess because that shit don't be important to me, and that's exactly why Bud want that fight.
Yeah,
that's exactly why he want that fight. I forgot all about that shit. I wasn't even thinking. That's why he want that fight right there, because Charlo did it, and he looked at that fight, and he probably figured, man, I can do that. If Charlo stay hanging with him, I can do that shit. That's probably exactly why he took that fight. Yeah, why he wanted that fight.
Yeah.
And I agree, because Canelo, I mean, not Canelo, Jamel just got in there, laid the fuck down.
Right.
He didn't try to win that shit.
That nigga brought a blanket in there with him to make that
payday. You ain't lying.
And a motherfucking lamp and a pillow, goddamn.
Real.
And a book.
Oh, that's the bell? Shit.
That ain't the alarm clock, bro. Hell nah. Y'all stupid, bro.
For sure. Hey, Coach. Now, it was a great fight, and I just came back from Vegas, and I had the opportunity to see this controversial decision for Virgil Ortiz versus Boachuk. Did you catch that fight yet? You had time to watch that fight?
I watched it.
You watched it? What'd you think, man?
Hold on one second, bro. Hold on one second.
Go ahead. I got you. Hey, gotta definitely ask him about that, man.
Yeah.
That's my baby. She texted me now, man.
She said, hey, Superman, where you
at? Ball?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Yeah, you were saying about Boachuk and Virgil, man?
Yeah, and there's a lot of controversy. A lot of people felt like Virgil
I
lost.
think Mark put it into. I still ain't did the math on it, but if what Mark says is true, Mark Nash, if what he says is true, then Virgil clearly lost. If what Mark says is true, with the 2 knockdowns, gotta be a 10-point mud system. So if it was 2 knockdowns, and then they saying that it was 8-4 Virgil way, that's bullshit.
Right.
Straight bullshit.
For real, bro.
That's bullshit.
How y'all mathing, bro?
It can't be 8-4 Virgil way.
This is what they doing.
Virgil don't win 8 rounds of that.
Because this is what they doing. Everybody pulling CompuBox, right? And they going by how many punches it's thrown. But ain't nobody counting.
CompuBox is lying.
Right.
CompuBox is lying.
What is this, bro? I'm like, no, it was 2 10-8 rounds, bro. Y'all ain't go. We just gonna go by who hit the most.
CompuBox be lying, man. I don't believe CompuBox. I don't trust CompuBox.
Nah, me neither.
Me neither. Never have.
Yeah, I don't trust CompuBox. I don't trust CompuBox.
Boychuk did a great job keeping that stick in his face, man. That boy, and most of the punches was missing that Virgil was throwing. And I ain't gonna lie, I was mad that night. I was like, the better man won. They just bro.
Hey, that motherfucker got Virgil. Hey, I tell you what. That's a perfect example of all that motherfucking immortal and all of this talk that they try to do about these fighters, these new fighters coming up. That was a perfect example of how these motherfuckers is just all about who you facing. That's it.
No doubt.
Virgil and Bohacek was a perfect example about when you meet real resistance. That's all it's about. It's real resistance. That's it.
Yep.
And that man met some real resistance, and Bohacek didn't give a fuck.
Damn sure. He was smiling. It was
he didn't give a fuck,
bro. He was straight laughing at him, bro. He knocked him
Bohacek didn't give a fuck. He just, hey, nigga, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, for real. Hey, he stole on him and he dropped, and he just laughed at him like that's it. Like that's all it takes.
Yeah. At the end of the fight, when they picked up they fight a Bohacek and threw him on his shoulder, that he was they did right, man, because the boy got robbed, man. He got robbed. Yeah. And that was politics. That was a political decision, bro. At the end of the day,
absolutely. I mean, it was their card. It was Matchroom card. It was. But Eddie Hearn, that you know how they roll. You know how they rock. It's about that paper, though, man.
Man, the next day told all when you went to every
building. Turki was in the building already talking about trying to make Virgil and fucking Bud Crawford.
Yep.
Told him before the fight. When
before the motherfucking fight. Yeah, you fucking the bag up. You fucking the bag up.
Yeah.
Hey, but I will say respect to Garcia. What's his name?
Robert,
the trainer.
Robert Garcia.
Who?
Robert Garcia.
Respect to Robert Garcia for saying if they don't get the Bud fight next, that he feels. Y'all heard that?
Yeah, that he will do a part
that
2.
He feels like that's he get major props for that.
Damn right.
He get major props for that.
Echoing the Turk. The Turk said the same shit.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. I didn't know that.
Turk said it depended on how good Virgil looked before he even put him in there with
Crawford.
With Crawford.
Well, I mean, with the Crawford fight, I think that'll be an interesting fight because Virgil is going to do exactly what Crawford want him to do in his punch.
Yeah.
And you know, he's a master counter puncher. And again, just like I was telling y'all, it's about the dance partner. If you get in there and you start counter punching with certain things, you ain't get hit with certain things. Guess what? You're gonna stop doing what you're doing.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's what people don't understand when they watch these front running ass fighters throwing all these motherfucking punches.
Yeah.
And got the nerve to call other motherfuckers casual. You see these front running ass punches throwing all these goddamn open punches, and you see these motherfucking punching bags eating all these punches to the fucking face, and then you think that everybody gonna stand there and take that shit.
Right.
But even a bigger thing about that is when you punch these people to the face all of these times and you're not hurting them, that says a lot.
For real.
That's all I'm saying. Bro. That's all I'm saying.
Because
my boy ain't finna hit nobody that many times in the motherfucking face and they see us standing up. I know that.
It didn't look like nothing what Virgil was doing was hurting
Right. He wasn't studying that shit. That motherfucker didn't get hurt. He didn't go down. He got hurt once or twice behind the ear sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, he got wobbled like I think twice.
He got wobbled like twice. Yeah,
Right.
but one of them times they said he was wobbled. I don't think he was fucking wobbled. It was just a fucking announcer screaming and talking shit.
Yeah. It was, but it wasn't none of this. It was that dude got tough ass face.
Yeah, he broke Virgil shit up.
Yeah, he did.
Shout out Rob in the chat too. Came through with the news that Virgil had broken facial bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a facial fracture. Real good question though, too. Real quick, Coach. My guy DJ say, listen, if you was to go to 54, who would you want to see at 54?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
You said if he go to 54, who we want? Man, you just really. You really just made me start thinking about this shit. Like maybe we need to go there. Hell, I don't know. I have to look. I don't fucking know.
Well, let me rattle off some names for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Brian Mendoza. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with him.
Yeah, but is that a big fight though? We're not looking to move up to 154.
Right.
So Brian Mendoza is a kind of fight that you fight at 154. We don't fight at 154. So that's not a fight we would take. We will only move up for a big fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got you.
Yeah, we will only move up for a fight that's worth it, that matters, that means something. We wouldn't just move up to move up because that means we fight at 154.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I'm looking at it like a fight where you can go up there and make a statement and say, "Hey, God damn it." Just in case.
I don't know about that.
Okay. So just a big fight. So that would have you have to go after a champion, man. That would be the only big fights. You know what I mean?
Sebastian, Terrence,
or Spence.
Bachram.
Even though I think he's agreed to fight Fundora next, but
yeah, he fight Fundora.
He hauled ass out of 47. It'd be cool to go up there and chase him.
Is this fake ass Ryan Garcia in the chat talking about real fight me around? I would stop his ass.
I don't know. You never know, Coach. To be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell you what, Ryan Garcia, come on and stop my bitch ass. How about that? You got the paper though. Tell them they're gonna make that fight. Derrick James, no AC. Tell them they're gonna make that fight. We'll love that fight. We want that fight anyway.
Would you go for a Tim?
Because you hate niggas in muzzles. We want that fight.
Man, no doubt. That's another
vibe. Go for Tim Zoo
out there.
I would love that fight. We would love Ryan Garcia. We would love Devin Haney. We would love any of that. Like I said, but I got nothing but respect for Devin Haney. I know what he's going through right now. So I really wouldn't even want to fight Devin Haney right now.
Yeah, he got to get his mind all the way back.
Right, he got to get his right. Absolutely. Everybody's gonna take advantage of no shit like that.
And even though they gave him his O back, mentally that O gone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because Mark know how I think. Like, once your phone crack, you can't fix that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
All right, Coach, man. My wife is hitting me. I got to get ready to get man. Listen, first of all, let me say thank you for just taking some time out of your day to come fuck with your boy, man.
Absolutely, dog.
Here often for a while. So thank you, man. I truly, truly appreciate that and hanging out with the channel. 50, did you have any more questions for Coach?
Nah, man, but salutes to you, man. I'm Slick 50 from GMT Boxing, man. Thank you for, just hearing me out on my questions, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate all the real support, man.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Just keep looking out, man. And we're gonna keep doing what we do, man. And I'm gonna keep being transparent. My son gonna keep being transparent and shit. Just know we ain't ducking no smoke. I don't want to hear no shit from nobody. Cause if you ain't talking to another motherfucker asking why they ain't calling our name, don't ask us why the fuck we ain't calling their name. Cause we done called their name 1,000,000 times. You heard us? If you ain't asking why the fuck we ain't fighting, don't ask them why the fuck they ain't fighting. Cause we trying to get all the smoke. You heard me? If the fight is offered, we are accepting.
Right.
The fight is offered, we are accepting.
Facts. And Coach,
all right, man. That's what it do, man. I appreciate y'all boys, man. Y'all boys stay easy, man.
Right on.
Sir. I'm gonna be. Hey, listen real quick, Coach, before you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna holler at you in your DMs, man. I need a drop for the channel, man.
I got you, dog. Yeah, you know me. Yeah, I'm a very YouTube friendly person. This is my new favorite platform.
Get that. That's what's up. That's what's up.
My nigga. All right, man.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all boys, man.
Right on.
Thank you, brother.
Right.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
Give it up one time, Brian Norman Sr., man. Blessing.
That was fire. That was fire.
Truly appreciate you, man. Slick, I'm so glad you was here, man, because I remember, and I didn't know, and I was about to text the chat, but thanks for being here, man.
Yeah.
That was fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed, man, and we'll get him back on the show again, man. Hopefully, he told me we'll be able to get his son on as well, so that should be big. Hoping nothing but the best for Brian Norman Sr. and Jr., man. That's a great little tandem, man. And then listen, he's only 23 years old. Brian Norman Jr. is only 23 years old. Sky's the limit. The kid's got skill, and like I keep saying, he's more of a chameleon, a versatile fighter. I think he can pretty much adapt to who's across the ring from him. So
perfect word right there.
Yeah, he can adapt. So I think it's going to be a lot of exciting fights for him in the future, man. Slick, you got any final thoughts on it?
Yeah, man. I hope he get this T.O. fight. He got me out for the T.O. fight. He said we're gonna walk through him like a Mack truck. Y'all heard it. You know what I'm saying? And it's ain't nothing else to say about Brian. I'm just itching to see his next fight. Given his last performance, you know what I'm saying? And I don't expect it to be exactly the same, but that was a different Brian Norman from what I seen, you know what I'm saying, in the previous ones, and I'm excited to see him in this next one. But to everybody that's watching, man, this was such a good interview. Y'all gotta share this. Share this. This was a very, very good interview, man. Salute to Heavy for making it happen. You know what I'm saying? That was dope, bro. That was really dope.
Absolutely. Man, no problem, man. And shout out to B, man, for winning me that money. Like I kept telling everybody at that time of that Brian Norman Santiago fight, I say, listen, hedge this one if you're going to do anything. And I think I still got the screenshot of the ticket. Hedge that one. If this fight comes to fruition, shout out RC, who was the first to tell me that this could be an option for Heisman weekend, December the 14th. Brian Norman Jr., Teofimo Lopez, Brian Norman Jr. It's a big possibility that they can get this fight done and actually be fighting in December, man. And if they do, make sure you throw a few dollars on Brian Norman Jr. All right, man, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Slick, take us home.
That's what it do, man. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Slick 50, man. Right next to me, goddamn me, that boy Heavy. Hey, y'all make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and when y'all come through, as always, show up and show out. I'm up out of here, man. Heavy, salute to you, bro.
My guy. Shout out Rubber Life, man, for coming in here as well. DJ, of course, Punch Drunk. I wish you guys would have stuck around, man. I wanted you guys to get some question in as well. Maybe next time. I'll see you in the chat. La Jessica. Appreciate you, baby. Everybody that was in the chat, man. Of course, my guy DJ from Down Under, Mark Wynn. Everybody, man. Mark Nash TV. I appreciate you guys, man. To the next one, Big T Heavy Bag. We out of here, man. Time to get the hell on.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all make sure you go sub up to my man Heavy Bag Boxing, man.
Get your dumb ass in, hit this bag.
The Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all just go ahead and subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV because he be lit on his channel.
And Heavy Bag Boxing.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Yo, shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV. That's my little bro.
Punch Drunk 412 in the building. Shout out to my guy T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Get your bitch ass in here and hit this bag.
Heavy Bag Boxing, all right? You heard it from me. You heard it here first.
Heavy Bags Boxing. Straight out of Norfolk, baby. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
You are tuned in to Heavy Bag Boxing. Get your and hit this bag, Noob.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blazer Flair. Woo!
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super Judas, sound champion of the world. I'm giving a big shout out to my home team, Heavy Bag TV. You heard? Keep it live.
This is Showtime Sean Porter. You are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.